Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well this fine, fair morning. What's going on to my guy DJ OC in the place to be? What's going on, brother? Man, you gonna make me go grab this right away. Parlor Reese Wheat. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy at the Parlor of East Wheaton. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I took a day off yesterday. God dog, it didn't feel like one though. Please subscribe to my guy DJ OC at the Parlor of Reese Wheaton. Platinum Alkaline Water, what's going on, man? Valley, what's up? What's happening? Hoist Alston, what's going on? Bird One of One, what's going on? Ernie V in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Miss Strader Betterman, Joyce Strader Betterman. What's good? What's going on with you this morning? HMC3. Barbara D missed you yesterday. Hope you well, Barbara D. What's going on, Idris? Akeem Idris. Big Ray in the building. What's going on, man? Be Easy in the building. What's going on? Theodore May said, let's cook for now. Good morning as well. Stay blessed. Yes, sir. You stay blessed. Be Easy. What's going on? I think I said what's up to Be Easy already, but what's up with Be Easy again? Richard Hill in the building. Kai Alexandra's sister. Good morning. Black Fonz. Nicholas Simmons. Big Block in the building. What's going on? Ox Steel, what's happening, man? Black Star Sports, salute Fanon and the fam. Yes, sir. Daryl Big G Gallery said, Fanon, you deserve a day off, bro. Yeah, but man, it didn't feel right. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like work. Anthony Brown, shout out to Omaha, the home of the number one fighter in the world, Terence Bud Crawford. Hold on one second. Is this right? Yes, it is. I got to do something as we wait for people to come into the building. LaMarcus Robinson, what's up? Big Texas, the winning team. What's good, man? What's good? The winning team in the building. Oh, man. What's going? Hey man, I'm chilling, man. Just up here, just getting up here about to talk this boxing, man. There are some interesting things that took place over the weekend. Big Keith, what's going on, Ray Patterson? And y'all, anybody want to chop it up? Feel free to click the link. I'm gonna continue put the link in the chat today. Anybody want to call in every day this week? You're able to do it. You took more than a day off. I've been wanting to tell you that it's more than making accusations, but is the truth. I don't think you were missing the truth about. First of all, I did not take more than a day off. What are you talking about? What? No, you didn't. No, I've not taken more than a day off. Stop. What you out here telling stories for? I took yesterday off. That's it. I have not taken a day off. Yesterday is the first day that I have not done a video or done a live stream in a month. And before that, I hadn't taken a day off in 2 months. So what you talking about, dog? Now how you going to dog? It's y'all some wild boys. Y'all just what the hell you talking about? You took more than a day off. I've been wanting to tell you that this is more than making accusations, but is the truth. I don't think you were missing the truth. I don't think you were. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. You doing a lot of lip bumping. Click the link. Here's a link. No need for you to sit up there and just make shit up. And fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. See you later, dude. Go find a girl or something, dog. Go find something to preoccupy your time. Come up with a new name or something. Asaph, got to get some rest. What? We appreciate you going live. Thank you. What's with? I have no idea what's with these clowns. I didn't miss any truth about Terence Crawford. You all ain't been Terence Crawford. Y'all, you guys ain't even Terence Crawford fans. Why y'all keep bothering me? Y'all are not fans of the man. You're just talking outside of your neck. Okay? He said he was recuperating from the weekend. He don't know what he's saying. You deserve a day off. Yeah, dog. I mean, like one day, I got one day. And honestly, man, I didn't even want it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even want it. I didn't even want it. I wound up doing the same thing in the afternoon. But anyway, you feel free to hit that link, partner. Feel free to hit that link. Because we're gonna talk about what Errol Spence Jr. needs to do next, and Gervonta Davis getting called out by an MMA fighter and why he should take the fight. Lamar, hey man, thank you, man. Much love in the Cash App. Thank you, brother, for the $2 holler in the Cash App. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. He said, much love to the show. Thank you. Much love and appreciation for you supporting and showing love to the channel. It means a lot. Yeah, those are the things. I want to talk about a couple things today. I want to talk about what Errol should do next because I have made up my mind that I believe. Don't forget Fanon. What are you talking about, Rick Williams? Don't forget what, Ricky Williams? You talking about my video is monetized, if that's what you mean, but because that's usually the thing that I forget to do, but I did not forget to do that today. I made sure I did that today. Because you know how it works around here when you got your own business. For now, you the best, my brother. Thank you, Karan Bey. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm trying to be the best I can be. I'm trying to be the best I can be. And sometimes that requires you not knowing exactly who not to listen to. There's a lot of people out there that you should absolutely positively ignore. But the two things we're going to talk about is this: Errol's deadline is supposed to be coming up. I don't know how true that is, but I want to see the Keith Thurman fight. I've made up my mind, bro. I think that is the smartest. Like, if I was playing chess and I was on Errol's side of the keyboard, I would play it slightly different because I would learn from Deontay Wilder. Well, actually, no, that takes it back. Deontay went right back, but you could take Deontay Wilder. I think is who is the most avoided fighter in boxing right now. Deontay Wilder might be the most avoided fighter in boxing. Deontay Wilder, because they don't want no smoke with him. They want them dudes around him don't want no smoke with him. And they said he was done after the Tyson Fury fight. He was done. It was it. Now you got all these guys at heavyweight that don't want to fight him. And he's looking as fresh as a daisy and looking like he is more than ready to go. Of all time, to me, seriously, Gary Russell Jr., I don't know if he's more avoided than Gary Russell Jr. He and Gary Russell Jr. are probably the two most avoided fighters in boxing that I've seen in a while. Gary Russell, I don't know who's more avoided between Gary Russell and Deontay Wilder in their weight class, because nobody wanted to fight Gary Russell Jr. All kind of people went through that weight class, and none of them acted like they wanted to fight him for good reason, because he's an extremely, extremely good fighter. And then they robbed him. When he beat that dude with one hand. But Gary Russell Jr. should be back. Hopefully he'll be back soon. And hopefully he'll get the Gervonta Davis fight. That's my hope. What's going on, Cornelius Burnett? What's going on with you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Ray Patterson. Y'all saying what's up to each other, man. Let me sip my coffee while y'all talking. Oh, I gotta send one note real fast. I gotta send one note. Hold on one second. I had an issue with the neighbor last night, but yeah, life is good. How you beefing with your neighbors, man? I don't even think people talk to their neighbors anymore. Shakur being avoided by a few people. Yeah, but nah, Shakur is, Aisha, I think that's a good point. But I think Shakur is, Shakur, look, these dudes made these decisions when they turned pro, bro. Shakur did that shit to himself. Like Shakur could have most definitely, that was Shakur knew that was going to be the situation with. He should have known that was going to be the situation with him. Yeah, Shakur is pretty. Yeah, I don't know if he's being avoided right now. The person that's avoiding Shakur is Bob Arum. Shakur is being ducked by Bob Arum, and Shakur looks like Shakur is getting his looks like Shakur is getting his is come to a realization that that's the case. I saw a tweet that Shakur put out yesterday, and he talked about how people have been trying to put him up on game, had been trying to put them up on game for a while. And I was really glad to hear him say that yeah, people have been trying to put him up on game for a while, because now he may be talking to people close to him, but if you're talking about YouTube channels have been trying to put you up on game, you can look at yours truly. And a lot of other people around that were saying that, man, look, dude, he didn't need to go over there. He did not need to go over there. He may not have had. Now, what the thing is that Shakur probably wouldn't have all them championships that he already had. But you see what people are thinking about his championships. They act like they don't matter. This man is a 3-time champion. This man is a champion in 2 different weight classes, a unified champion in 1. And these people act like that shit don't mean anything. They act like it doesn't mean anything. What has he done? He's never done anything. Now, Terence Crawford shit. She took a dump on Gervonta for not being a real champion. I didn't hear him saying anything about Terence. I didn't see him saying anything about Shakur Stevenson not being a champ. You know what I mean? But anyway, that portion of it aside, what's going on, LaMarcus Robinson? Yeah, Shakur Stevenson seems like he's waking up to that. Bobby Arum ain't trying to make that man no superstar, man. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, if you listen to Eddie, what's that dude's name? What's that lion ass dude's name? What's the first name that you may hear when you think of the word liar? Bow-faced liar. Shamir. How can I help you, Shamir?
Hey, how you doing, Fernand?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I think Tank should take that UFC fighter. I really do. I was thinking about it. He was in jail for a few months. That's a big money fight, big draw. All they gotta do is just sell a little bit. And I would take Shakur and Frank Martin on that undercard too.
Yeah, that can't happen.
Winner gets Tank.
Yeah, I like that. That's what you call fantasy
Wishful
shit right
thinking.
there.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
No, just because of the promotional thing.
Right.
Amir
Yeah.
Hostin, you're out of here, brother. I asked for real answers. Uh, um, yeah, man. The reason I like the fight is just to make people sick and to make a bunch of money real quick. But
Right.
it'd be the hypocrisy, because that's what because I'm blasting what's his name for doing it.
Fury.
Actually, yeah, Fury for doing the same thing though.
But the Tank scenario makes perfect sense though. You know what I mean? Because
How so?
because it's kind of to me he's at a stalemate. Like he could fight Isaac Cruz again too, but Isaac Cruz did terrible his last fight, so that fight lost a little bit of traction to me, in my opinion.
The Eastside Cruz fight?
Yeah, I think I wanted to see that fight, but then I saw Isaac Cruz was lackadaisical on that undercard.
You talking about
Very.
You talking about the when he fought the real tall dude?
Yeah. I know the guy was on his bike though, the whole fight.
I mean, no, Eastside Cruz looked like. I mean, he looked like he looked like trash. I
He
think that
did.
that's
He
fair.
did.
He did not look.
Yeah.
He was just winging. He's just winging hooks at the dude all day. Like, no,
He
I
did.
agree. He looked like trash. I didn't. I think that's different than like when Jerron Ennis had to hunt somebody down because
Exactly.
yeah, that was more like the guy was this guy. I mean, he was throwing some punches. I can't remember what his name is. Looked like a Ryan Garcia kind of Ryan Garcia knockoff or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he was throwing like he was. Yeah, he was throwing some punches, but Esau Cruz is just loading up on his punches. All all you see is 11, 12 round. It's like, oh god, you didn't even get him out of here. But I think the fight lost a little bit of traction. That's why
yeah.
I'm entertaining. I'm entertaining that UFC fighter, and then Tank just got out of jail. Nice training, just do a nice training camp, dust some rust off, and get back to it in like maybe April.
Where you from? Philly?
Yup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I
All right.
appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you, Shamir.
Uh,
Appreciate you, brother. Get back. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. It's the answer to liar that I would have thought it was Rick Glazier. So, hey, thank you, brother, for coming on, man. Thank you, man. And appreciate everybody that supports the channel and the super chats and the cash apps. It really does. It is how we're able to do these live streams. So, thank you to anybody and everybody that supports. Whenever you have supported. Um, yeah, Cabrera was his name. If Shakur was a PBC fighter, I doubt his accomplishments would be minimized. Herring supposed supposed to make him keep his hands in his pocket. Nope. Valdez, his marquee matchup at 130, was washed him. No, I mean, let me tell you, it doesn't really matter. I don't think any of these people, I don't think you got to listen to who we're talking about, okay? Rick Glazier was the guy that I was jokingly saying I think of when I think of liar. Because, dog, he'd be lying his ass off. But in one instance, he didn't lie his ass off, which is what's the mentality of a promoter? The promoter's job is to keep you in and have you fight a bunch of times. That's the job that they're supposed to have. Should be their mission. If they wanted to have they want to have a successful promotional company. They want these guys to fight over and over and over and over again. So they're not going to make gigantic superstars out of these guys, like superstars to the extent of paying these guys a lot of money. And the more you big these guys up, the more they're going to want money. And they don't do that specifically. They don't really do that to like you can do that with a guy like Lomachenko because, dude, he lives in the Ukraine. So whatever you pay him in US dollars is dumb money over there in the Ukraine. Be easy. I totally agree. Oxteal said, I totally agree with you on Thurman versus Errol fight. It makes sense. Leaves Bud in the scenario of facing Boots. Errol needs a tune-up. Thurman will definitely help sell the fight. Yeah, that's why I think he should do that. Like, well, let me not say this. That's what I would prefer for him to do. I would prefer for him to do that. Or for him to like, and then have Bud fight. Have Bud either don't fight, either do not fight. But B&B said, Fanon, Bud listening to you because he explained that in an interview. Yes, he does. I know he does. You know who else listens to me? I know there's a bunch of y'all listening to me because y'all stealing my shit. Dog, y'all be stealing my shit. Okay? I know you, but that it's out there for you to take. But dang, dog, don't be calling me no hater and all of that. Calling me a hater, then turning around and saying exactly what I told you. Man, these dudes, seriously, man, these dudes be irritating me, man. Now, I don't mind. I kind of don't mind it. The dude that bugs me is Andre Ward. Because, dog, Andre Ward, bro, seriously, man, like, God, dog. Andre Ward made me upset. I not upset, like disappointed, man. Like this, just personally disappointed, man. For him to say I missed it, and I knew I didn't miss it. And I guarantee you he did not listen to what I had to say. Terence Crawford saying what Terence Crawford says, it doesn't bother me. Really. I like Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is like, what's Terence Crawford like? Terence Crawford is like my friend's son that comes into my house and calls me by my first name. And he said, hey, Martin. And I said, no, Mr. Blackwell will do. He said, I'm sorry. But he can't get it through his head to call me Mr. Blackwell. So he always says something other than calling me a name. And I know in the back of his head, he's like, he thinks, I ain't calling you Mr. Blackwell. Yeah, but you ain't calling me. Whatever you're going to do, you're not going to call me by my first name, bro. I don't know who the hell you niggas been around. But that's not how I operate. Sorry, man. How old are you? No. And I told him seriously, like, he's in the house, he called me Martin. I pat him on my shoulders. All right, you can call me Mr. Blackwell. I'm old school. Don't call me by I don't want to be called that name. Okay, thank you. I don't want my son to call me Martin. I don't want you to call me Martin. All right? My son doesn't get to call me Martin. And that's my son. Yeah. Now, my son, I wanted my son to call me daddy, and he refused to call me daddy. He calls me dad or father, just stubbornly calling me something other than what I told him as a baby. That's what I want to be called. That. It ain't. I call my daddy daddy. You can call your daddy daddy. Send you a check for stealing Stacy 1231325. No, he shouldn't. No, they shouldn't. No, they shouldn't. But they should just come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Just give a brother, just, you know what I'm saying? You out here promoting these troll ass channels, straight up promoting these troll ass channels. They ain't got no love for you, brother. And I'm telling you, it's going, dog. You see, when I support a fighter, I'm going to support a fighter. I support Terence Crawford, but I support Terence Crawford the right way, the way you're supposed to support fighters. Love Terence Crawford as a fighter. After a certain age, my father told me to stop calling him daddy. I never stopped calling my daddy daddy. My daddy's name is Daddy. I'm not a baby, but it's just a DY on the end of it. Hey, dad. That shit don't even sound right. I'm not a dad. That's what the little white kids call their father. Hey, dad. Like, man, I ain't no little white boy. Hey, daddy. And I would say it spitefully in front of people. You call your daddy daddy? Yeah, absolutely. You call your dad daddy? Yes, I do. That's like a little bit. I call my daddy daddy. I call my mama mama. I don't, mother. I'll call her mother. She wants to be called mother. So mother. I'll say mother sometimes. TJ the fan. So Bud can't fight until he takes a Spence rematch. How does that work exactly? Kind of confused. That's not how that works. He can't. It depends on whether or not he has a deadline. Errol Spence has to. Here's the thing. This is the way that I see it. I don't call my father daddy. Unacceptable. Dad and father is fine. No, it's daddy is very acceptable to me. Because I got a real big case of I don't give a shit what you think about what comes out my mouth. I don't care. I'm telling you, man, y'all need a real dose of racism. In your face, blatant racism for a while. To get your head right about the fact that they don't care about about you, no way. Daddy, I said B&B said in Chicago, we say daddy. Yep. Daddy, hey, daddy. Man, please. My brother calls my father, everybody in my family calls my daddy, daddy. It's what it's going to be, too. Daddy, yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, it is pronounced daddy. Daddy. Anyway, man, it's loving. It's love in your voice when you say that. That's love. When you call somebody daddy, that's love. What's up, daddy? That's love. That's how you express love. It's an affectionate term. Dad is just a fact. But anyway, y'all do what y'all want to do. Don't bother. I call, pops. Yeah, I'll call my dad pops. Hey, I'll call my dad. I'll call him. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You call you people what you want. All I'm saying is that, look, that's what Terence Crawford reminds me of. Just kind of like a kid stuck on disrespectful. Just stuck on disrespectful. I remember when you said Bud was ducking Spence. Yep, I did. Do you remember that? Good for you. Your brain works. He did duck Spence. Now, ask a question, Jim Bellamy. Why did I say that, Jim Bellamy? Since you remember me saying it, why did I say it? Why did I say it? Hey, Stacy from Illinois as well. It's always been Daddy. Yep. Daddy. Hey, Daddy. Yeah, I did say Daddy. I changed it to Daddy eventually because I'm kind of, I speak a little. Yeah, anyway, you get my point. He said, we called my great-grandfather Big Daddy. You know what it is. What's going on, Reggie Ship? How you feeling, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. But anyway, please, Mr. You remember me saying it. Hey, tell me why I said it. Tell me why I said it. And here's a link. Tell me why I said it. Why did I say he ducked Errol Spence? Why did I say that? And then you tell me if I'm wrong or not. Because I would very much love to have that conversation. Before Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, a whole bunch of you clowns. Jim Bellamy, that's not a respect. No, he doesn't. Why would he not want $30 million? That's you think you're funny. You don't know why I said it, so what issue do you have it? And I guarantee you he wish he didn't. Well, he just got $30 million. Why does he wish he didn't get $30 million? See, being a smart ass don't mean you ain't dumb. Being a smart ass, you can still be an ass. It's hard for a dumb ass to be a smart ass. How about you click the link, man? Why would he want to duck out of $30 million? There are people that get beat. I never heard Deontay Wilder say he wish he wouldn't have fought Tyson Fury. Errol did not screw himself. He made $30 million, Derek Choice. Stop it. You keep saying that. The man made $30 million. He could have made as much as $30 million. How did he screw himself? You please let me know. I think you guys need to start living in reality a little bit. I think you need to start living in reality. This man will never need to go get a job in his life. He's 33 years old. If he never wants to work again, he does not ever have to work again. And if he does want to work again, he's got more than enough money to invest the money where the only person that he has to work for is himself. This man can raise peanuts in those 70 acres of land that he has in the middle of Texas. Can you do that? I mean, for real, I need to understand how you think you can gloat over a man with that much money that is that famous and got beautiful girlfriend or wife, whatever she is to him, beautiful children, family taken care of, all on the strength of what he put his whole family on his back. And you got enough nerve to act like this man's a failure? Who are you? Who are you? For real, for real. Who are you? You're an idiot, Sean Long. You're an idiot. You're just wishing bad things on the man. Do you know that there are people walking around worse than them with that have never been in a boxing ring? You just want to wish bad. That can happen to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford could be walking around like that. How do you know what's going on in Terence Crawford's brain? Shame on you, bozo. I'm trying to tell you, you better hope that some shit don't happen to you. What about you? You can walk outside your house and get hit by a car. Your ass be laid up, broke as a joke. Laid up, broke as a joke. guys aren't boxing fans. You're haters. And shame on you for being such haters. Such haters. Click the link, though. You're jealous. I think you're jealous of the young man. That's what I think. And I think you're trying to vicariously live through Terence Crawford. That's what I think. I think that you're one of these guys that go to the movies and there's a character you like in the movies. Like you may like Harry Potter and you think Harry Potter kills Voldemort. I win. And you take your miserable ass back home and go eat that TV dinner you got there. That's what I think about y'all. I don't know why in the world I'd be feeling sorry for Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. got thrown out of a car. Most of the damage related to Errol Spence Jr. is related to him getting thrown out of that car. If there's some worries that he has long term, it's going to be related to that car. But I want to know why y'all think you won something. Why y'all acting like you did something. You didn't do nothing. You didn't beat that man up. And go say something to Terry Norris. Terry Norris still whoop your ass. But guess what? Terry Norris ain't never made no money like Errol does. You mean he's going to be like who? Tommy Hearns sounded perfectly fine all the way to the end of his career. Didn't Tommy Hearns? What Tommy Hearns sound like now? Roy Jones Jr. got knocked flat first boop on his face multiple times. He's fine. He definitely dealt with some neurological damage, but they all do. But shame on y'all clowns. You did not win. Just like all y'all said, what you gonna do when Errol loses? You're gonna shut your channel down. You're gonna run for the hills. I want to know what you're gonna. I'm right here. And where are y'all? Right where you were, sitting in the same chair, sitting in the same chair, doing the same thing. All of that. You ain't win squat. How much money did you make off that fight? Not a penny. It cost you money. Well, I guess maybe if you bet. But don't worry, if you bet, all you're doing is recouping former losses. I don't know that. If you won $1,000 off that fight, that don't mean you made money, because I need to know how many other bets you lost. Since you out here gambling on a regular basis, the vast majority of gamblers lose more money than they win over time. Hell no, I'm not letting up off of nothing. For what? Dude, the next fight's coming in September. Ain't no need to be backing off these dudes. And they stole the fight. For now, apparently Derek James speaks to Heyman personally, knows exactly what the plans. He knows exactly what plans he has for everyone. I don't know. He would know because he's got a lot of his fighters. He's got a lot of his fighters with the same clip and the same 4-5, sitting in the same place doing the same stuff, and you act like you won something. Now that all the crows have flew south for the winter, what are you doing? Bud and Spoots next. Let Boots retire Spence. Let Spence and Boots next. Man, shut your dumb ass up. Why would Boots fight Spence next? How about we let Boots retire Bud next? How about why you want to see Jaron Ennis fight a guy that Terence Crawford beat? You trying to get Boots beat? Oh, not Derek James, Derek Choice. Derek Choice said, oh, Al Heyman does not want undisputed for Errol. Man, let me tell you, these dudes always keep talking. You have never heard this man speak in public, so you have no idea. Errol, it said Errol is slow, y'all, and even slower when he gets hit. Look at the Porter fight, and Thurman can crack, so don't know if he can take that smoke after being smoked. Okay, KO for Thurman. Well, let me see it. If Espinosa look, if I was Errol, this is what I would do. I don't know what I'd actually go get that money. I ain't gonna lie. I go straight for the money. I can't lie. I go straight for the money, or I'm telling you, I would get a tin can. You know, you forgot why I said it? Click the link, dude. You talking shit like you know, then what you talking about then? Mr. Bellamy? If you forgot why I said it, then why are you talking and complaining? If you forgot. Jim Bellamy. Then why are you complaining if you don't know why I said it? Maybe you should just be quiet. Because I guarantee you, I said it for a reason, and the reason that I said it was true. 100% true. No holes in it whatsoever. No holes in it whatsoever. Errol is, he's going to take it. Thomas Hill, salute to all my good peoples in many of the hour and the many of the hours himself. Martin B. Well, blessings. Oh, the man of the hour himself. Hey, what's going on, Thomas Hill? What's going on, brother? Shout out to you, dude. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. I said it for a very good reason, and a reason it is very true. And I stand by because there's just no doubt about it. It's true what I said. There was nothing that could be, it's nothing that's disputable. You may not like the phrase duck. You can say avoid, turn the fight down, rejected the fight, whatever. Yeah, he definitely waited him out. Yeah, it's really not. I just want to see. But anyway, we'll see whether he takes it fast, man. With you, Fanon, go for the money. Errol deserves it. Win, lose, or draw. He's still a dog. Yeah, Oh no, I'm going to speak to you disrespectfully, bro. You spoke about Errol Spence Jr. disrespectfully. Why can't I speak to you First of all, I'm not speaking to you disrespectfully. I don't even know you to know what respect I owe you. I asked you to click the link, and I'll speak to you respectfully. Click the link. I don't even know who you are. I have not seen your face. You're just a name right there to me. How would I know you to know what respect you deserve? What would you like me to do? Call you sir? Excuse me, sir. You seem to be implying that I did something wrong when I said that Terence Crawford ducked Errol Spence. But you don't know why I said it. So I think that I took that as a criticism, and I find that disrespectful. And then you said, I bet he wish he didn't. I think that's disrespectful to Errol. Why would you think that he didn't want that? Is that being disrespectful? Or is it okay for you to disrespect other people, but not have any particular person do something that you consider disrespectful? But if you're offended, I'm sorry that you're offended. But you can always jump up and click the link. Jim Bellamy by continuing to talk to me when I said you can click the link. That's disrespectful. You're distracting me because you are not clicking the link. I said that I was never disrespectful or hated on Terence Crawford. You brought up that I remember you saying he ducked, knowing full well that's connected to my the statement before that. Why did you say that? You said that to criticize me. That's the way that I took it. And I think that that's a reasonable, and is that not disrespectful to criticize somebody when you don't know why they did what they did? But you keep talking and not clicking the link. Zena said, you said nothing wrong. He did duck him and waited him out. Brussels, he was struggling to make weight. I told y'all that's what Bud was doing. Yeah. What's going on, expensive paper? How you feeling, man? Kenneth Watson said, Fanon, why are you entertaining this guy? Same reason I'm entertaining you. It's a live stream where I talk to people that are in the comment section. And I like to argue. So I will argue with people. But if you click the link, it'd be greatly appreciated. But anyway, it is what it is. No, but I just want to see Errol hurry up and I do think he should get back in the ring soon if he's going to do it. And really, even beyond the Keith Thurman thing, somebody that is, dang, this is really weird today. Highly unusual today. Yeah. I think he should just take somebody. I think he should get in there with somebody he can smoke. And a lefty and a southpaw that he can smoke too. But then there's the risk about the money. So it's all tough. Timothy Stoudemire said, Fanon, I think Tank will fight the MMA guy. I don't think so. Who is that? I don't even know who that dude is, but I don't pay attention to MMA. I don't even know who he is, really. To tell you the truth. I don't even know who he is. That particular guy. But him saying that he wants to knock out Gervonta Davis, dude, you're going to die an early death in that ring. But that tells you more about, I think what that does is it tells you more about MMA than it tells you anything else. That says more about MMA than it says about boxing. Because MMA guys want to fight boxers. You don't really see big top-level boxers wanting to go to the MMA. So all of this, the MMA is taking over for boxing. MMA has the model that Rick Glazier talked about for boxing, where a lot of these guys aren't getting paid very much, and they got to keep fighting, and it's so brutal. And it's so and the fights themselves are so brutal. So brutal, man. Like, honestly, so brutal. I'm surprised that shit's legal. Like, I think that there is a very high risk of death out of that MMA. Like, when you cutting people's, like, you are literally choking people out, they obviously have to tap out. If it wasn't for the tap out, people would be dying doing that. That stuff is ridiculously brutal. Yeah, he's clearly just promoting himself. Clearly just promoting himself because he's probably under one of them contracts where he can't get out of it. If it makes money, it makes sense. But what will it do for Tank's career and legacy? I mean, I don't know. You know my take on this whole legacy thing. More deaths in boxing, though. I mean, I'm telling you, I said if it wasn't for that tap out, people would be dying in that. For sure. There's more boxing matches going on, too, than there are UFC fights. UFC doesn't have as many fights as boxing has fights. Yeah, statistically, but there's more boxing matches. There's more boxing matches. That shit's brutal. There's more boxing matches. There's just a lot more boxing matches. How many UFC matches are there? Think about it. How many UFC matches are there? How many boxing matches are there? There's some boxing matches going on anywhere and all over the world. There's not UFC match. There's not people dying from UFC matches in what do you call it? Almost one boxing death a week? No, there's not, bro. Almost one per week. Yeah, one per week. In you know how many there are in boxing? They're all over the world, man. There's boxing matches all over the world. Every weekend, all year throughout the world. There are boxing matches going on all throughout Mexico. Every weekend. There's hundreds of fights in Mexico. Every weekend. Hundreds of fights. I wouldn't say it. I don't know that there's hundreds of fights every weekend, but there are fights going on. There's all kind of fights going on in the UK. All kind of fights going on in Russia. All kind of fights going on in Mexico. All kind of fights going on in the United States. The UFC is a small organization compared to the number of boxing matches that there are. There's not anywhere. Dude, you're not going to prove that there's more UFC matches than there are boxing matches. They're not. They're not. You got boxing matches every weekend in Argentina and in Brazil. How many countries have that? You name 3 organizations. How many boxing promoters are there? There's hundreds of boxing promoters. There are boxing matches taking place in Austin, Texas, in Dallas, and in Houston. All kind of different cities all over the United States. There's way more boxing matches. Dog, hey, you got to put you on timeout, bro. Stop it. I don't want to hear that shit no more. There's nowhere near as many MMA matches as there are boxing matches. None. Nowhere close to as many. Please stop. Okay? There's boxing all over the world, bro. All over the world. And they're going through it all the time. Anyway, like I said, if it wasn't, I think it's a brutal sport. And these guys are not getting paid. The lower level guys are not getting paid like the other guys are. And you do not see boxers, you do not see the high level boxers wanting to become MMA stars. You don't see it. Man, they got boxing. Man, there's nowhere. Dude, I doubt very, very highly that there's boxing matches going on all the time in Thailand. Dude, unless you want to count, there's Thai boxing. Anyway. Yeah, I don't hear a lot of them dying anyway. I'm just saying if it wasn't, listen to what I'm saying. If it wasn't for the tap out, people would be dying because they're choking them. It's a brutal sport. You're choking them. You're kicking them in the head. You're punching them when they're down on their back. Your gloves are smaller. The whole thing, it's very brutal. That's all I'm saying. Look at these dudes. Look at their ears all ripped up. Anyway, man, it is what it is, bro. I mean, it's like I said, I seriously, dude, at least listen to what I say. I said it's more brutal because these guys are getting choked out. If it was not for the tap out, stop, that's how you kill people. Okay? That's training to kill somebody. That's what I say. That's what I'm saying. Anyway. MMA is for ex-cons. Yeah, I don't like MMA. They can take that shit somewhere. I don't even like the sport. I don't like it. Never have enjoyed it. Don't really get, like I've watched the big fights and every time it's like, nah, it's like women's boxing to me. Like, it's like, I just don't enjoy it. MMA, yeah, I don't really enjoy it. But anyway, this is not an MMA channel. If you want to talk MMA, go to an MMA channel. Choking people out is mercifully, really? Man, shut the fuck up. It's merciful to choke somebody out? Have you ever been choked? I would take a punch to the chin over getting choked any day of the week. Getting choked out is highly scary. Getting your arm locked into a position where they can break your arm, an arm bar where somebody can snap your tendons. No, dog, I'm okay, bro, with all of that. All right? You guys are tripping. That shit is dangerous as shit. Okay? Now people want to talk about you. Now, if you ever thrown a punch, dog, if you've ever gotten elbowed in the chin, choked out, put your arm in a position where they can rip your tendons, dude, that shit is scary as shit and painful. That shit is highly, highly brutal. And yes, I've been in a bunch of fights like that. That's called a real fight. That's a real fight. A real fight. Like, no, I don't need that. That's why there is boxing. So you can have a set rule. You sit there, no punches below the belt, no punches behind the head, behind the back. in this area, that shit is very, very dangerous what they're doing. Very dangerous. And dude, if you've never been in a fight, that shit is, wrestlers are way more dangerous than boxers are. As far as the risk of you dying in doing that, because what if they don't let you go? What if they don't let you go? Somebody punches you, you're out. If somebody grabs you behind the neck and puts you in that sleeper and they don't let you go, you're going to die. It's not if you're going to die. When. It's not if, it's when. That is to kill you. Those things, those naked rear check holds, those are death grips. Death grips. So for you, and I'm telling you, I don't know if you've ever fought a wrestler before. Bro, you can die. They can kill you without a doubt. And you are left to whether or not they decide to want to let you go or not. That's it. It's up to them whether or not they want to let you live. I don't want to see that shit. You watch that shit. I don't want to see that shit. There's not more MMA than there is boxing, bro. There's boxing all over the world, man. There's boxing all over the world. I'm just telling you, I don't like that style of fighting. I promise you, a wrestler, I'll grab some metal first. No joke. If you're a wrestler, dude, you catching one. You catching something flying at you if it's me. I'm not putting my hands up, nothing, clap, clap, clap. You're gone. I'm not fucking with you. You're not putting your hands on me. Clap, 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 you're gone. You're not putting your hands on me. Not going to happen. You are definitely going bye-bye. No, no, no. A boxer, punch you, okay, boom. You get hit with a three-piece combination. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, you laid down. It's much more gentlemanly, bro. A wrestler will hurt you. See, that's why these guys say, oh, well, the wrestler in a boxer in a real fight, what'll have, first of all, you don't know because you got to get next to him. Number one, you got to get next to the boxer. And the boxer, as long as they're not closed off, a boxer may know how to wrestle. Boxer, it ain't impossible for a boxer to know how to wrestle. But nah, dude, I don't want none of that boxing. I don't want none of that. That jumping on top of you, man, get out. None of that shit looks fun to me. Because those are the type of fights that I was actually in. Those look like the type of fights that I actually had. Not people, oh, just put your hands up, da, da, da. All of that shit, whatever. That's fun. That's like slap boxing. You dealing with somebody that you got to literally keep them off of you before they get too close to you? Oh, no. That type of dude, no. You got to, Now, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Why you calling him Balco Bud? Dog, I don't engage. Let me tell you, man. Hey, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat, bro, even though nobody did today. But I appreciate y'all for supporting the chat, man. Hit the thumbs up, man. Let me check the thumbs up. Let me at least check the thumbs up. Y'all can hit the thumbs up button. That's not going to hurt you, okay? Hold on one second. Let me go here. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, man. We got 500 people in the building, only 200 likes, man. Come on, man. Y'all doing me dirty today, bro. Y'all doing me real dirty and lazy today. At least hit the like button, man. When I saw them wrestling on the ground for an entire round, I stopped watching. I will watch big. Yeah, that shit sucks. I don't know why y'all like that. I have no interest in watching MMA. It's not fun. That shit is duh. Like, yeah, you can keep that garbage. I don't like it at all. I'm just telling you. People that like it, y'all like it. Maybe you're into the personalities. I'm sorry, bro. All of that rapping around and rubbing around on the ground, bro, it's not for me. Antonio King, what's going on, man? He said, good morning, sir, to you in the chat. Hey, thank you, Marcus C. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the $1 holler, bro. For the $2 holler, brother. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. Thank you for giving me a little color in the chat. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it sucks. I just don't like it. In women's MMA, I can do more than within women's MMA. Barbara D, thank you, sister. Appreciate you for the support. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very, very much. But the rest of y'all can hit the like button, man. At least hit the like button. Doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. For real. Don't do me dirty. You can hit the like button. It's going well. I see that. It's going well. It's going well. It's going well. I can't complain at all. The thumbs up low today because it must be bitter MMA fans. I'm telling you, man, I don't like MMA. I have no interest in it. Ain't no way I'm going to start watching it. I don't like it. I don't like it nearly as much as I like boxing. Hey, that ground shit is for the birds. Walked in the living room and saw that for 30 seconds. I was like, man, cut that shit off. Like, yeah, it's like, I don't. Man, I watched that John Jones versus whoever the guy was that he fought for part of their heavyweight title. And man, he just kicked him one time and choked him. I was like, man, this is wow. I didn't like that shit at all, bro. I didn't like it at all. But anyway, let's get back on to boxing. Yeah, please. He's a fan. Tell that fanboy I said, hey. Tell that fanboy I said, hey. I don't fight fanboys, bro. My Fanan said, you're not clapping nobody. No, I'm not clapping nobody. I'm other than you. Get your raggedy ass up out of here. Don't you think that you're going to kill me before I shoot you? I guarantee you you're wrong. I guarantee you you're wrong. Because if I thought it was necessary, I absolutely would go get one. I would take some lessons, make sure I know how to handle it safely, walk around Texas, and if you blinked at me, I would have no problem whatsoever putting every one of them in you. You got me absolutely confused. Me before you. Me before you. You tripping. Fanan, I apologize. I wasn't saying MMA had more show. I'm a boxing fan. I've been for 45 years. I was just saying because it's sustained blow to the head, boxing has more deaths regardless of frequency of event. Okay, that's fair, Steven. Thank you, brother. And I didn't look, brother, thank you. And I'll definitely stab you. Like, I will definitely take something and put it in you. You're tripping. Like, what do you think this is? Anyway, I don't bother anybody, so I shouldn't have the problem. It's people like you that need to worry about that shit because you guys act like buffoons. Now, look, I don't even carry one. I pause nothing. I'm talking about literally a piece of metal with a sharp, pointy end. You're tripping. Get away from me, man. What do you think this is? Anyway, it goes, bro. I don't really have those problems because I'm polite to people and generally a nice guy that minds my business and stays out of the way. You don't see me in a lot of situations. You're not going to see me in a lot of situations like that. Anyway, I know y'all some fanboys, though. Thank you, brother, for that support, Steven. Thank you, bro. I know y'all some fanboys. I listen to y'all clowns. I know y'all some immature fanboys, though. Whatever, brother. I made it to 54. You make it this far. You make it this far. Hey, Stacy1325 said, yes, us over 50 today. We not talking wrestling or fight. Not none of it. Not none of it. That's why I stay out of the way. I don't like dealing with you children. The only time I want to deal with children is on this, or when I'm dealing with mine and when I'm talking on this live stream. You all are a bunch of little kids. You guys are a bunch of immature little kids. Hey, thank you. Hey, no, Steven, seriously, man, that means a lot, bro. Appreciate it. This is a very dead period in boxing. And that's how the channel is able to do the videos. So I truly, truly appreciate you, Steven. And on top of it, I'm going to give you this. Let me get this. Let me get this for you, brother. Because I'm going to make sure that you are not, that I got you standard moderator. Thank you, brother. Because if I block you and I didn't want to throw you out, I just, like the whole conversation kind of bugs me. But I appreciate you and I get where you're coming from. And whatever, bro. I had this one grown ass man flipping on me on this video. I very rarely respond to people. Like, he said MMA is where college wrestlers and jiu-jitsu practitioners go. Look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. I grew up in a town that was heavily wrestler. Like, you either got trained to fight in martial arts or you got trained in wrestling. And I got trained in martial arts, which was a combination of wrestling and boxing, right? But very defensive. And I've been in a lot of fights, man, a lot. And so this one guy said something to me like this, and I'm telling you, man, I very rarely, if ever, really respond to people that do diss videos on me because I think you guys are buffoons. Like, you're just attention seeking. You're a bunch of grown men doing videos about me seeking out my attention. And I think to myself, bro, you must really be very insecure in yourself to need to seek out my attention. What kind of shit is that, dude? Like, for real, what kind of shit is that? But anyway, this guy, this guy put this thing up, dude, but I noticed he was my age. And he's like, talking about how Terence Crawford should have, man, where are we where we saying all this and we don't know that if you said that to somebody, they would punch you dead in your face? And what is this, man? We acting like females saying stuff because this man ain't going to punch you in the face. Dude, I was like, man, I actually responded to this dude because he's clearly my age, bro. Clearly my age. I was like, first of all, man, ain't nothing passive about me. Please understand it. I don't know what y'all think this is, but I am not passive at all. I'm mature. Don't confuse passive for mature. I have never insulted Terence Crawford because I didn't want to insult him. He hasn't done anything worth being insulting. However, I'm a boxing fan and I'm going to give you my opinion about what I think is going on as a fan. Every basketball fan out there who pays for their tickets has the right to talk about what they think about the event that they paid for. And as long as I pay for the fights that Terence Crawford or Devin Haney or anybody else fights in, I have the right to share my opinion about it. Just like they have the right to spend the money. They're not fighting for free. And I'm not paying for nothing. Okay? But some of you guys behave like children. What in the world would Terence Crawford want to be violent with me for? For saying I think he avoided a fight with Errol Spence? That's worth physical violence over? Lord have mercy. What if I did this? What if I stole his daughter's Barbie doll? If the punishment for saying that I think you avoided a fight with Errol Spence is getting punched in the face, what is the penalty that you think is justifiable for me stealing your daughter's Barbie doll? You think you should be able to put me to death? Think about what you're saying. But speaking to you children all the time, I am a boxing fan. I'm supposed to talk about Terence Crawford. Terence is supposed to want me to talk about him. He's supposed to want it. Do you not see how he has been publicized over the last several years by people that thought Errol Spence Jr. would win the fight than he was with people that actually supported him? And now as a result of that, he's going around and he's talking about the big money fights that he's able to get now when those were not there before. What do you want people to shut up and stop talking about him? You clowns are literally working against Terence Crawford, claiming that you're Terence Crawford fans. Working against him. and claiming that you're working for him. Every time you talk about Terence Crawford, it is publicizing Terence Crawford and keeping Terence Crawford's name out there. And I pay for his fights. So I have the right to give my opinion about it because I paid for it. You guys need to grow up. And all you bozos trying to ride off other YouTube channels' names, that's why your channel doesn't go anywhere. You suck. Because you suck. Don't have an original thought in your mind. Nothing but what you can say about what somebody else says. Counterpunching people. Oh, I wonder what these guys did on their video today. Here, that's an easy way for me to say something. Let me criticize the work somebody else does. You bums. Hold on 1 second. What's going on, man? How can I help you, JP?
Yeah, I'm jumping in a little bit late. I caught you. You were saying that, or you was arguing with somebody that about Crawford that you say he had ducked Spence or he had avoided fighting Spence. When was that? You catch me up on that a little bit.
Oh no, somebody said that I said that Terence Crawford ducked Errol Spence. I said that last year.
Okay, so they were supposed to fight before?
They were in a negotiation, and then Terence Crawford pulled out of the negotiations to go fight David Avanesyan.
So why did he make a statement on why he pulled out? Or
yes, he did. He said that it was because he needed a guarantee. He wanted a guarantee, and they were taken to. They said, well, actually, he said that he had told them that he was going to be fighting that last year, no matter what. But it's it's kind of hard for me to catch you up on that. I can talk about it in the comment section. Then if you have something to say about it, then jump back on.
Okay, because I was going to say, so what? Okay, based off of what you just said now, this is all I know. What you just told me right now. So based off of that, what makes you believe that he was trying to avoid fighting at that time?
Because he said that he was, because he did. He said that he accepted the agreement. And then he turned around in the last minute and then fought David Avanesyan and left the negotiation. The fight was supposed to take place last year. But
so he did say he agreed to the terms, and then
he said he agreed to everything except for he needed 1 or 2 things fixed. When they fixed them, he then didn't take the fight. He fought David Avanesyan.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know why you were saying that. That's why I was trying to figure out, there must be something else. You wouldn't just say that for no reason.
Yeah, and I said it specifically for the reason that he later said that he said that he wanted a guarantee. And during the time, I said you don't need a guarantee for a fight that big. You don't need a guarantee. You don't need a guarantee for a fight.
For him, you think that he felt that it was a less dangerous fight if he would wait a little longer? Or?
No, this is what I think, and I still think it. I think that he is risk adverse, and he wanted a big guarantee for the fight because he did not know. Boxing Prophet, you changed your name to, dude, what the fuck is this, bro? Hold on 1 second, man. Hey, let me let you go and let me let somebody else on, and I'll answer it in a question in the comment. All right, man. Thanks. Yes. Yes. Anything that you'd like to say?
Hey, can you hear me, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No joke. This is maybe my first time ever listening to you live. I don't really check your channel. I only know from your channel, like you said, from other YouTubers critiquing.
Okay, is there something that you want to talk about specifically?
No, I just wanted to answer. Actually, I'm like a new person, and okay. My question was sort of basically why should I subscribe?
I don't care if you subscribe or not. If you want to subscribe. If you don't,
okay. But what kind of content? What is your what's your main thing?
I'm not going to give an interview, brother. Do you want to talk about something specifically or not?
Well, I could tell you that the Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis fight is not gonna happen. Probably
Okay,
not.
I know that. I know that.
Okay. Well, I ain't got nothing then. If you ain't got nothing to dish about, then I ain't got nothing for you.
Dude.
I'm gonna just listen to you. That's all.
Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right, bro. All right, man.
Hey, real quick, man. Incel in the building. Hey, man, thank you for the support in the Cash App, brother. Much love for the $5 holler, brother. He's the guy that was impersonating G-Man, by the way. He's the guy that was support. That's the guy that was impersonating G-Man King. Him. He forgot to change. He forgot to change. This is not the first time you've come by this chat, dude. You're a troll because you had G-Man King listed underneath your name before you changed it to Boxing Prophet. You're the guy that has been pretending to be G-Man King. You just forgot to change your title. You just forgot to change it when you came on here. So please don't come back, bro, because now I know who the guy is that has been saying this ridiculous stuff underneath the name G-Man King. It was you. Hey, Scott Lawrence. Hey, Scott Florence in the building. Pay Scott. Thank you, brother. Much love for the $5 holler, brother. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, man. It's just, you guys are some wild boys, man. Boxing Prophet is the guy that has been leaving things under the name of G-Man King. And tell me why you shouldn't subscribe to me. Just go ahead, man. Don't. Was he innocent? Hell no, he wasn't innocent. Hell no, he wasn't innocent. I knew that one guy wasn't him, though. Fanon, you might not know this, but your channel is the hottest thing smoking right now. Thank you, David Williams. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate that sentiment. I don't know if it really is the hottest thing smoking, but look, here's the thing, man. What we're gonna do over yonder is, dog, we're not full of it, bro. We're not full of it. Everything that I said about Terence Crawford and the Errol Spence Jr. fight, I based off fact and logic, and from fact and logic, I went through my opinion. And to answer the question of the guy that was on before, I said Terence Crawford didn't take the fight the first time because he was risk adverse. That there was no need for him to have a big guarantee for that fight because the fight was going to do more than well enough for him to get paid. The only question was whether or not he was going to get paid before the fight started or afterwards. And then we had several managers that were experienced get on the channel, explain to exactly how guarantees works and how a lot of times what they are is advances. That if they're not going to, they need to make their money back. They guarantee you that they're going to pay you this amount of money, but they got to actually make their money. They're not going to take a loss on you. So it winds up being an advance. And then because they invested the money, you're going to get a lower percentage of the pay-per-views that are actually going to get them after you make your threshold of pay-per-views, which they need to get their money back. Then they're going to say, I'm going to get a higher percentage of the purse thereafter. And a lot of this stuff hey, thank you, Lee Ho Shang, because that's what it does. Thank you for keeping color in the chat. He said, just trying to encourage super chats today. Thank you, brother. Much needed, much appreciated, brother. Thank you, Leo Shang. It means a lot, too. Thank you. Spence has shown Bud how to take an L for the bag and grace. Now Bud doesn't mind losing to Canelo at 168 for the bag. Simple. I think he can beat Canelo. I think he can beat Canelo, personally. Violator Comics in the building. What's going on, Violator Comics? I did miss it. And I also miss my guy, Mr. Tell It Like It Is, for the cause, Team Spence for life. Yes, sir. And my guy, Violator Comics in the building, said, "Hey, good morning, Fanon. Let's hit that like button." Yes, sir. Let's hit that. Yes, sir. How can I help you, King?
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Hey, man, you seem all riled up today. Is everything all right? A little bit. I see. I don't know what's going on. You
You got
seem to
something
be
to
a,
talk to me about? I could give a shit less what you think about my mood.
but
You have something,
here's
some boxing you want to
yeah,
talk about? Because
yeah.
I got a question to you. You seem a little ignorant today. Have you not been eating your avocados and necessary vitamins
I
to
haven't.
increase your intelligence?
This is the first time
You
I'm
want to?
talking.
Seems like you seem a little afraid today because you're not
It
showing
was.
your face. Is
Listen,
there
bro.
some reason you're not showing your face?
This is how I've always come out on your channel.
Just
But
how I always come out.
listen, bro.
I ain't
The
gonna
back.
listen to nothing. I don't take orders. What do you want to talk about, man?
Listen, there's a reason why you're getting all this backlash, right? From these fans in your chats. There's a reason for all that.
Let me tell you something. You speak for yourself, not other people. And I get way more love than backlash. The
Yes,
reason that I get backlash is because I come forward. The reason why people criticize me is because they know my opinion. The reason why I get more back criticism is because I get more views. I get 2 million views a month. You don't think that there's going to be a couple hundred people that got something bad to say?
right. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to get all riled up because of these
I'm
couple.
not riled up. I need for you not to give me any advice. How many YouTube followers you have?
I don't do YouTube. I work for a
Yeah,
company.
there you go. So how many Twitter followers do you have?
I don't use Twitter.
How many Instagram followers you have?
About 1,000.
There, okay, you got 1,000. Oh, what's your YouTube channel? What's your Instagram
About a
channel?
thousand.
What's your Instagram channel?
Nah, it's not. It's not G-Man King.
What is it so I can follow you?
It's all good, man. I don't need all that. I don't need all that.
You sure you don't want to tell anybody what your Instagram is, but you got 1,000 followers? Anyway, how about we stick to things that we not talking about things we don't know about?
This is, all I'm saying. Yes, you paid for the
No, thank
pay-per-view.
you.
Yes,
Talk boxing, bro. I don't need you preaching to me. How about you just go ahead and I don't need the advice. Thank you very much.
I was just
The
trying to
reason
look
why,
out.
the
Look
reason
out.
why is this because I had too much coffee today. And also I got people that I'm talking to that I disagree with. Now, do you have something to say about boxing?
I was just trying to look out for you, but
Don't look out for me. I don't want you to look out for me. I would like for you to, if you like to say something about boxing, say something about boxing. But no,
yeah, I
don't
want to
need
ask you something. I want to ask
Sure.
you something. So, when somebody in the chat earlier, they brought up Sean O'Malley or whatever his name is to fight Gervonta Davis, right? Your
Yes.
reaction was, I don't know, if he fights him, he fights him, right? But when Fury fights Ngannou, all of a sudden it's the end of the world. He's ruining boxing. Why is it that it's you're a little bit more aggressive towards Fury, but when it's Gervonta, it's whatever? Why
Well,
is that?
first of all, let me explain to you the major difference.
Okay.
Tyson Fury is fighting Francis Ngannou next. The fight has been announced. We know it's going to take place. So in that case, I'm talking about something that I know is happening.
Okay.
In the case of Gervonta Davis and Francis Ngannou and whatever this guy's name is, Gervonta Davis never said that he wanted to fight him. Nor are they going to ask, nor do I know that they're actually going to fight. So why would I criticize something that I do not even think is going to happen and Gervonta Davis is not asking for? Versus, why would I treat that the same way as I would treat a fight that's already been announced?
Yeah,
Big
but you still
difference
have
there,
an
wouldn't you
opinion.
say? Like, similarly, what if somebody was going to come in my house? If somebody said, oh, say Violator Comics said, hey, I think I want to steal Fanon's car. And I say to myself, man, please don't steal my car. What do you think I'm going to do? Call the police on him because he says he wants to? Or take, for example, Li Ho Shang actually steals my car. If he actually steals my car, then I'm going to start raising a ruckus, calling the police, trying to go look for him, everything I need to do to get my car back. But if you're just jokingly speculating about your desire to do it, I'm not going to get very upset. Do you understand the difference between reality and possibility? Wow, you jumped off? Huge difference, wouldn't you say? Now, you want to know why I'm irritated? That is why I'm irritated. That shit you just said was stupid. And I'm supposed to answer that like that's a serious question. Boxing Prophet, how can I help you? You're back. And I'm supposed to act like that's a serious question. Where'd you go? Hey, Violet come and say, can I steal your car? No! King, I told you you're not very bright, bro. I told you, dog, seriously. How can I help you, Boxing Prophet, bro? Please, what's up?
Hey, what's up? No, I just I heard you in the stream. I am not the whoever you're accusing me of being.
I appreciate it. You did have G-Man King written at the bottom of your deal.
I definitely didn't. Maybe
then I'm gonna let you out of here because you definitely did.
Well, where do you see it?
You can't see the same. I'm on StreamYard, and everybody that's in the back, I can see them. You can't see whoever's in the back. I can. So when you change your name from G-Man King to Boxing Prophet, I saw you do it. Just like I can do this right now. Just so that I can tell you what I can do.
But I never had that name. I promise you. I could change it right now if you want.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me show you something. I don't need for you to do it. I'm going to prove something to you. Yeah. See that? Do you see your name written there? See how it says King right there?
Somebody put that. Yeah, I didn't put that.
Because I can see it, sir. Because I can see it. Because I can see it.
Fine, but then you saw the wrong thing because
maybe I saw it wrong, but thank you. I stand corrected. Thank you very much, brother. Have a good day. I stand corrected if I was wrong, but I can definitely see it.
Okay, thank brother. I promise that wasn't me. All right,
well,
man.
If you weren't, then maybe I saw it wrong. Appreciate you very much for coming by. Goodbye.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yes.
I apologize. You were talking about reality versus fantasy. Do I understand the difference? And yes, I do.
Did you call somebody for them to give you an answer and a retort?
No, I actually had another important call.
An important call for somebody to tell you to fix it.
No, it ain't all that. But come on.
I'm sure it isn't. I don't think it's all of that. However, I answered your question.
So your answer is that
logical. I think that's a logical answer. Tyson Fury is fighting Francis Ngannou. He is fighting him.
Okay, so what if
he is fighting him?
Gervonta was fighting Sean or whatever. What would be your thoughts on that situation?
I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I know it's not going to be the same as what your thoughts on this fight.
You don't know anything because it hasn't happened.
I've studied you enough to understand.
If you studied me enough, you would know exactly what my answer to that is. I'm not going to say what I think is going to happen until it actually happens. I'm not dumb enough to start defending Gervonta Davis fighting whoever is Martin O'Malley or whatever his name is. I'm not going to defend that because it's not happened yet. I don't even have to address it because Gervonta Davis never even said he wanted it. It's just a guy in the UFC talking about he'll knock out Gervonta Davis. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I just heard you talk about it in the morning, so I thought I'd ask you. You know what I'm saying? You would be consistent about it. That's all.
Now, excuse me, dude. You're trying to find something to argue about that I
No,
didn't.
bro. I'm
Hey,
I'm a big I'm a big fan of a couple fighters: Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Tyson Fury, and Devin Haney. So
First of all, that's 4 fighters. That's not a couple. Second,
a
second.
couple is more than a few. So there you go.
No. A couple is 2.
Nah, a couple. Couple
No,
could be
a
two.
couple is 2. That's all it is.
Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Couple is 2.
Yeah, you're
A
right.
few is 3 or more. Many is like 4 or more. Okay.
Okay.
But a couple is 2. All right. God, dog, you're hilarious to me. Anyway, you're a fan of who?
So I got Terence Crawford,
You're a fan of
Canelo,
Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo
And
Alvarez.
Terence Crawford.
And I forgot to include Monster anyway too, and
You're
Tyson
yeah,
Fury,
you're a fan of those guys, huh? Just so
and Devin
happens.
Haney.
Yeah, and
Those are
Devin
my
Haney.
top 5 pound for pound, actually.
Those are your top 5. Now you're lying.
Yes,
Your top 5 pound for pound in what order are who?
I got Terence Crawford at 1, Monster Inoue at 2, then I got Fury at 3, I got Canelo at 4, and Devin Haney at 5.
Okay, thank you very much, Doug. Appreciate you.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's your opinion, and there's nothing I can say about your opinion. They're all very, very good fighters. So thank you
Who's
very much.
who's your top 5?
I'm not going to debate you. Thank you very much. You gave me your opinion. I appreciate you giving me your opinion. Now, our conversation is over. I'm not interested in arguing with you about who you think where those guys belong.
Just
I
one
think they're
last
all excellent fighters. Think that they're all excellent fighters, and that is your right to put them anywhere you want.
question.
This no.
Who's the greatest fighter of all time?
Why are you
That's it.
desperately looking at me for something to argue about?
No, I'm just asking who's your greatest fighter of all time in boxing.
Sam Langford.
What about Muhammad Ali?
I said is his name Sam Langford?
Castillo Clay or which one is it?
Excuse me?
Is it
I
Castillo?
said Sam Langford. What problem do you have with Sam Langford?
That's not your genuine answer, but
It is my genuine answer. Sam Langford.
why are you avoiding to say Muhammad Ali? You used to talk so much about Muhammad Ali.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
We can't hear you.
Sam Langford, boxing's greatest uncrowned champion. I talk about Sam Langford all the time. Now, do you have something
Good for
to
you,
say
man.
about why since you want to debate so bad, tell me why Sam Langford shouldn't be the greatest fighter of all time?
Nah, I was
Because
just
I have a whole
expecting a
book
different
on him.
fight.
I got a whole book on him
I
right
was
here. I got a book
It's
on
all
him
good,
right
man.
here. No, I need to know. I need to know. Since you want to debate so bad, why not Sam Langford? Don't tell me you
No,
don't
it's all
know
right,
who
man.
he is, because you don't know who he is.
I don't know much about him, no.
You don't know who he is.
I don't know much about him.
You don't know who he is. By not knowing much about him means you don't know who he is. You just don't know who he is.
I've heard of his name, but no, I don't
You've
know.
heard his name, really? What weight classes did he fight in?
I don't know. I don't know that.
There you go. Who did he fight? Name somebody he fought.
I don't know why you're going off on me. I was just
Because
asking you
you
your favorite
want to have
fighter.
a conversation about the greatest of all time, and you don't know who the fighters are all time. That's why.
I was just trying to
No,
see
you're
your.
just let me slap you upside the head for a second, son. You want to have a conversation about who the greatest fighter is of all time. I name for you one of the greatest fighters of all time, and you don't know anything about him.
That's gonna be a hard one to defend.
Since you don't know anything about him, you don't have any way to tell me whether or not my opinion about Muhammad Ali would be valid or not. Would you?
Here's where I was going with this, right? I was trying
Let
to
me tell you where I'm going with
see
it.
if you would put cheaters in your list.
Let me tell you where I'm going with it. If you don't know who Sam Langford is, you can't tell me whether or not Muhammad Ali is or is not the greatest fighter of all time, because you cannot compare him to Sam Langford.
I was just asking you why you don't have Muhammad Ali. I don't know why you're.
Excuse me. No. That's not what you were asking me. What you're asking me is who do I have, because you thought you knew the answer. I'm going to tell you what my answer is. I have no idea who the best fighter of all time is, because I didn't see these guys fight.
The dude Joel in your chat is tripping,
I don't
bro.
know how good. I don't know how good Charlie Burley is.
That dude Joel in your chat is tripping. Can you get him out of there?
No, I'm not getting anybody out of anywhere for no. Somebody
He's
else
insulting you. Joel.
Good for him. Knock himself out. I don't care. I'm
Get
talking
him out
to
of
you.
here.
No, you. Hey, seriously, you not. Are you?
I'm looking out for you.
You look a little unstable this morning. Now I've been unstable in my life, bro. You look a little shaky right now.
I'm off them Red Bulls. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I know you off them Red Bulls and a little something else. You seem a little shaky.
No, I'm not
I just want to
shaking.
know how in the world you can. How could I have a conversation with somebody about who the greatest fighter ever is if they don't know who Sam Langford is?
Yeah, I don't know who Sam Langford is,
So let's
unfortunately.
not ever talk about this again, right? Until you go and learn who all the fighters are.
I just wanted to see if you keep your criteria on cheating, because you don't like to include cheaters in your list.
Dude, you don't have anything to do. What is Muhammad Ali and greatest of all time have to do with cheaters?
I'm saying you don't put people on your top list as greatest fighters of all time if they've cheated. That's what
Like
you said
who?
on your
Who would you have thought? Who would I have put up there that was a cheater?
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali's a cheater?
Yes, he had busted gloves against Henry Cooper, and he tested positive for a banned substance when he fought Larry Holmes at the age of 38.
Wow, you are a lying sack of shit.
Prove me wrong.
Wow, you are really that
He had
desperate?
busted gloves between round 4 and
Muhammad Ali is now tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs.
he had a
In
banned
1980.
substance at the age of 38 when he fought against
What was the banned substance he tested positive?
He fought against Larry Holmes. They found a banned substance.
What was the banned substance?
I don't know the name, but I can tell you.
You don't know what the banned substance is.
Prove me wrong.
There was no VADA. Easy, no worries. There was no VADA blood testing at the time that he was there.
There was a different
They
kind
didn't
of
test.
testing.
Excuse me.
They
did
didn't have
not
a
do blood.
WBC belt.
Excuse me. This is how I know you're lying. Because in 1980, they did not test for performance-enhancing drugs.
Go check it. It's all
No,
over the
I'm
internet.
not going to check it. There was no VADA blood test. There was no VADA blood test in 1980. You liar. You want me to go look when WADA was established? For boxing was established? There was no boxing. There was no blood and urine test then. That's how I know, because they didn't test for steroids in the 1970s. That's how I know.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
I don't prove you wrong. You just sit there and threw out some stupid salacious shit.
So I'm just making up stuff. Obviously, I've done some research.
No worries. We're gonna look when
he fought Larry Holmes.
Drug testing start in boxing.
All you gotta write is, did Muhammad Ali?
I can't believe the modern age of drug testing essentially started in 1983 in the Pan Am Games in Caracas. Let me repeat. Historic timeline, drug use in sports. That's pro.com.org. They state that the modern age of drug testing essentially started in 1983, the Pan Am Games in Caracas, Venezuela, when a team of scientists developed a new method for drug testing. That's 1983. Muhammad Ali, box track. Muhammad Ali fought his last professional fight in 1981. He fought Larry Holmes in 1980.
Yeah, and he
His
tested
drug
for
test shut your lying ass up. Since drug testing did not even start until 1983, how did he test positive 2 years before the age of modern drug testing?
They found thyrolar in his body,
Excuse me.
which is a banned
How
substance.
did they,
Listen,
excuse me, how did he test positive for a banned substance before drug testing started? It has to be illegal for it to be cheating.
okay, what about the busted gloves?
Excuse me. He did not rip his gloves. His corner did.
Okay,
And there
whose
was a
fault is
rip
that?
in it. Excuse me. There was a
Please, dude.
rip in it. There was a rip in it.
And he fought against the great Henry Cooper, and he knocked him down in the next round.
A rip in it.
Please, dude.
He was a
Do me a
rip
favor,
in
bro.
the glove, and then not him, because he was concussed. His trainer, Angelo Dundee, did it. So if you want to take somebody out of the Hall of Fame, take out Angelo Dundee. Because Muhammad Ali was just sitting there, dazed because he got back up.
If you don't believe me, you guys
said,
do your research.
Hey, dude, seriously, now you're losing people's respect. Because number one, you accused Muhammad Ali of being a drug cheat.
I didn't
before it was illegal.
him.
Yes, you did. You said he cheated.
He had a banned substance.
In order to, it wasn't banned because there were no banned substances. Because they did not test anybody for drugs before 1983.
So how do you balance that on your greatest of all time scale?
Excuse me, young man. What you're doing is you're making this mistake. You think that because drug testing has been around your whole life, that drug testing has been around forever. It is not. Boxers did not test positive in the 70s, the 60s, 70s, or early 80s. Sports athletes did not test positive for performance-enhancing drugs in the 1960s and in the 1970s.
Then it's not a fair criteria.
Because there was no testing taking place.
And then it's not a fair criteria to the current fighters.
It was not against the rules. Just like fighting 15 rounds now is not, you have to fight 15 rounds then to win a fight. You can't say, oh, you're not a champion because you didn't fight the extra 3 rounds. That's against the rules. The rules back then said it was 15 rounds. Now the rules say it was 12 rounds. You are a desperate human being, bro, trying to find some way not to get fried. Dude, you suck it, dog. You told me, prove that he did not test positive. I just proved it. Because there was no drug testing. So since there was no drug testing, you know there was no test. Since there was no test,
that's illegal now.
Once again,
there you go.
Once again, you told me to prove it, and I proved it. He did not have an illegal substance because there were no illegal substances. He did not test positive for it because there was no testing for it.
He had it in his system.
There was no testing for it.
It doesn't matter. Just
because.
How
do you know that there was a substance in his system? How do you know that?
I didn't just make this stuff up. You can do your research.
Where's your source on that?
Go research.
No, you have it. You accused him. Where's the research?
I'll send you the link. In the chat.
Just tell me where it is.
I gotta find it. I don't know.
Where is it? You don't even know where you got it from, huh? Man, why are you doing this to me, man? You just want to ruin my chat. Is that what Rick Glazier sent you over here to do?
No, bro. I was just giving you a legitimate fact. You can go look it up.
You're just making shit up.
Okay. Did Muhammad Ali not have busted gloves against Henry Cooper? Yes or no? Did I make that up? Did Muhammad Ali have that
His glove ripped,
substance
yeah.
in
His glove ripped, yeah. Yes,
substance
it
in his
did.
body. He did have that substance, whether it
You
was
don't know
legal
that
or
he had it. You
illegal.
won't even give me a source. It's still
You
not
you can go
cheating.
find it. So I didn't
It's
lie
still not
about it.
cheating. It's not cheating.
Okay, but I didn't lie about anything.
It's not cheating. I don't know if you lied or not. You just, I'm sure he had all kind of medication in him. He had Parkinson's disease. He
Anyways,
had
man, I don't.
Parkinson's disease. Since he had Parkinson's disease, I'm sure he did have medications in his bodies. People with Parkinson's disease typically have medicine in their body because he had Parkinson's disease.
I don't want to
Here you
hold your
telling me
chat up longer. I
he
think
had medicine in his body for Parkinson's disease?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what you
I
mean?
don't know.
Then stop talking if you don't know. Did you know if he got an exemption for it? Even though he doesn't need an exemption? Because it's not against the rules because there is no testing? Also, he didn't tear his gloves. There's nothing illegal about your glove tearing in a fight.
Yeah. Hashtag
That's not
busted gloves.
illegal.
Right?
That's not illegal for your glove
Hashtag
to bust
busted
in a
gloves.
fight. Hashtag busted gloves, whatever. You went all through this and asked me who my greatest fighter ever was. When I tell you Sam Langford and you don't even know who he is, now you want to desperately accuse a dead man of cheating when it
This is
wasn't
all I
even
got, bro.
when it was what he's a fraud. Sure, dumbass. You are terrible.
No, I
Anyway,
said this is
anything
all I
else
got.
stupid you want to say? Anything else stupid you want to say?
I said this is all I got, man. You guys can do your research if you don't believe me. All right.
Anything else stupid
Deuces.
you want to say? You do the research. Nobody's wasting their
No,
time
bro.
to figure out whether or not a man with Parkinson's disease with the shakes, definitely on his last leg, had
I'm just
medication
telling
in
you what
his
happened.
body. I don't doubt that he did go to a doctor and they had medication in his body. What do you think he was on? Nandrolone or something? You think he was there popping in there with bulging muscles?
It
The
is what it is,
man's
man. Just
this man's speech was super slurred by that time. And you think that maybe he didn't have some medicine in his system, and you're trying to accuse him as being a cheater?
I just wanted
What
to
kind of
talk
worm
about,
shit are you on, bro? That
you don't
terrible.
you don't need to
Anyway,
get
you just
riled
want
up.
to talk. Now, look,
That's all.
you got fried again. Go call your boss. Go call your boss and try to
Uh,
find out, or go listen to another YouTube troll ass channel who says something stupid, so that you can come over here and be food for me. Because there's a reason why they don't bring this wherever you get this nonsense from. That's why they don't ever come over here with me for it. Because I proved it to you that he wasn't a cheater. Number one, it's not illegal for your gloves to bust in a fight. And he did not stretch it. Somebody else did. So he did not cheat. Secondly, there was no drug testing there was no blood and urine testing before fights in VADA testing or WADA testing or USADA testing in 1981 or 1980. It didn't start until after 1983,
okay.
which is why people didn't start popping dirty in the Olympics until 1988. But you're too young to realize the history behind it.
Okay. It is what it is.
Really. Really. Hey, my guy, what's going on? A phenomenal show said it's ironic that all the fighters are the fighters that people feel had the most criticism about. He clearly just wants to argue. Dude is full of it. Yeah, dude is hot. He's hot. This morning he's a little zooted. He's a little zooted this morning, bro. He may be losing his job. That's maybe what it is. This fool knows nothing about Ali the greatest, bro. Like, seriously, you ain't never, dude. I do this way too much. I do this way too much for you to trap me in any of your stupidity. Who's my greatest fighter of all time? Sam Langford. Man, you lying. You just saying that because I was going to say Ali is a cheat. And now I can't call Ali a cheat. Now I can't claim that he had busted gloves and they cheated for him. God dog, bro. God dog. Somebody click the link, bro. And want to know why I'm irritated, homie? Hold on 1 second. Want to know why you seem a little irritated this morning? Dog, wouldn't you be? Hey, bro, wouldn't you be? If you had to talk to that, you had to have those kind of conversations. Hey, man, my channel's the hottest thing floating. So hit the like button and hit the StreamYard, man. Hit that link. Talk to me, bro. Please don't keep jumping on here, boxing. I'm not a boxing dude. I'm not gonna let you back up here again, bro. I'm not about to let you back up here, bro. You're kind of playing games with me. That guy is miserable trying to take down your heroes. I mean, it's seriously. Fanon, there was a British boxer named Muhammad Ali who tested positive. He's confused. Hold on, for real? Hold on 1 second. This clown. Hold on, bro. This dude. Dog, this dude is talking about. Dude, King, come on, come get back up here, bro. King, come on, man, come on, King. Come back up here, bro. Really? Dude, you have resorted to that? Look what this dude is talking about, man. This guy tested positive. This guy. Hold on. Hey, let me get this to my guy, Phenomenal. Thank you, Phenomenal, holding down the chat today, bro. Phenomenal said, Thyroglone is detrimental to athletes and causes fatigue, increased blood pressure and heart rate. It gives no advantage. His doctor misdiagnosed him in having a thyroid imbalance. It is illegal now because it'll kill you. No, dude, but look, this is what he's talking about, bro. Dude, he's talking about this, man. He's talking about this. This is the Muhammad Ali he's talking about. This is the Muhammad Ali he's talking about. British boxer Muhammad Ali gets 2-year ban for positive steroid test. This is the Muhammad Ali they're talking about. And he was an amateur. Muhammad Ali at the Rio Olympics. No, maybe he didn't. Trace amounts of trenbolene right there. G-Man King, you are talking about this Muhammad Ali. Prove that you're wrong, this Muhammad Ali. You think that I meant that this is the greatest fighter of all time. This Muhammad Ali is the greatest fighter of all time. This Muhammad Ali. This guy. Wow. That is what. Dog, where you at? Where you at, G-Man King, man? Come on back, bro. Or I'm gonna have to ban you forever, brother. So you saying that's not the same person? I owe you an apology, man. G-Man King, I owe you an apology, bro. Come on up here, man. Hey, somebody call G-Man King and tell G-Man King that G-Man King.
I was just trolling you, man. I'm sorry, man. I was just trolling you. There's a different Muhammad Ali from the Great Britain who was going to the
Then why
Olympics.
didn't you just, when I explained it to you, why did you just keep acting
I'm
like it
sorry,
was
man. I
true?
thought that was funny. My bad.
So you realize now, though, right? That I know that you once again exhibited your humor.
What do you mean?
Well, when you sit and you take other people's names and you say under other people's names, and the one thing that I said about you, bro, that I respect the least is that.
I was just having fun, man. My bad.
So no, no. I don't believe you, brother. You made that argument like it was real. You said, prove me wrong.
Am I wrong? There's a Muhammad Ali
Yes,
who
you're
tested positive
wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
for 2 years.
No, you're wrong. Because you said, how would you have somebody as your greatest of all time that has tested positive for performance enhancing drugs? You said what Muhammad Ali you were referring to.
It was
You were
supposed to
referring
be
to
Crawford.
the guy that I have as the guy that you thought I had as my number one as my best fighter of all time. You were clearly referring to him. And then
Yeah,
you just
I'm
lied.
I'm gonna take a
And
break,
then
dog.
you also said that the same person had split gloves. See, if you would have just said, if you would have left it at Muhammad Ali, proved that Muhammad Ali, I bet you Muhammad Ali tested positive for performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, I played it off wrong.
Then you would have been you would have stayed without lying, right? And been misleading me, but you would not have been telling a bold-faced lie. But when you said that the person who had torn gloves and he had that in his system when he fought Larry Holmes. See, because you also said when you fought Larry Holmes. So I don't think you were trolling. I just don't think you just lied. You weren't joking because you said when he had it in his system. You said he tested positive after he fought Larry Holmes. You weren't trolling. You were clearly referring to the Muhammad Ali that fought Larry Holmes and said that he tested and it was in his system after he fought Larry Holmes. You were just lying, like I said you were lying. You didn't say that. You specifically said it was Muhammad Ali that fought Larry Holmes in 1980. That's just being a liar. You're not trolling, you're lying. And really, if I admitted it, you wouldn't have changed it. He wasn't. Jay was dead serious. Don't act like you were. But anyway, man, somebody save me. Somebody save me. King was once again in the principal's office. Suspension is to do 3 minimal days. Yeah, you're not worth anything if you do that, bro. Fanon, can Daryl McClinney get a wrench? Oh, yeah, for sure. Daryl, can you put a comment? Mr. McKinney, can you put a comment at the bottom of the comment section? And I'll get there. I am a little irritated today, though. I can't lie. I am a little irritated today. I must admit that. I am a little bit. Daryl McKinney, man, put the comment in. Would you mind, please, putting, hey, man, y'all can hit the like button, man. We got over 500 people. We got 500 people in here. Y'all can get it over 400, man, if you wouldn't mind. And thank you to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App, which is how we're able to continue to do it. Ron BK. Hey, as soon as you get one from I don't give out the wrenches. Terry Schmoot gives out the wrenches, and John Boy. By the way, I did hear back from John Boy. Terry Schmoot gives out wrenches. I'll see him even if he doesn't leave the $2. I can still see him, bro. I can still see him. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait here for it to happen. I'm just gonna wait for it to happen. For Daryl McKinney. Yeah, prayers to the OG John Boy. Yeah, man. He still said he's still going through it. I did exchange text with him. He said he's still going through it a little bit. So big gong, prayers out for the welfare of my guy. No doubt. He said he's still going through some things. But but he's alive. And he's alive and kicking it. Oh, no worries, Thomas Hill. Yeah. I texted him. I called him maybe about a week ago. I didn't call him. I texted him about a week ago, and then I didn't hear back, so I texted him again, and then I heard back from him, and we exchanged a couple texts. But yeah, so I think he's doing okay. You know what I mean? I think he's doing okay. Yeah, that's my pleasure. I'm still waiting for Daryl. I can't go back though. That's the problem. He was talking about Thoriol, a thyroid medicine that Ali was prescribed. It wasn't banned. Okay. Yeah. I mean, dude trying to man, whatever, bro. A dude with Parkinson's disease is on medicine. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Oh, there you go. Now I see you. Hold on 1 second. I see him. Make sure you don't get messed over. Okay, that is old. That is since 2022. So that is you. Since 2022. And that is you. Got it. All right, brother. You got it, man. I did it. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Terry Schmoot. I saw it. I did it. Hey, Marcus E., thank you, brother, for the support. Said, hey, can't meet JB support, but something in his absence. Oh, that's what it is, man. Hey, no worries, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that support, Marcus E. Nah, man, it's all good, man. Brother, y'all been supporting. You guys support a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. But I did get them. So anyway, click the link. There's all kind of ways you can support the channel. Hit that like button or click the link and talk some boxing with me about it. Anyway, Gervonta gets an MMA call out. I don't mind him taking the fight. I think he should take the fight. He should take the fight because he can make a lot of money. Take the fight. And you don't have a belt up online. How do you like that, King? I'm gonna make you crawl in your screen, in your skin. Man, I'd seriously though, that is gonna open the door to a bunch of ridiculousness, man, because it's kind of cousin to this. It's cousins. He's loving it. Give him something to say, dog, because he's having a conniption right now, bro. Man, I thought you gave me a good source, Rick. I thought you gave me good information, Rick. Then it turns out that he probably was talking. Hold on, let me see. Ali had an overdose of thyroid medicine. Oh wow, look at this, bro. Look at this. This dude is such a liar, bro. What a liar. You are a liar. Dog. King, man, look, bro. God don't like ugly, bro. God don't like ugly, dog. Man, dog, you are not. Dude, you said you was trolling, but you wasn't trolling. I knew, God, dog, you can't be right to save your life. You can't be right to save your life. So Muhammad Ali did have medicine in his system that did start. You confuse the medicines. Thyrolar, he began taking Thyrolar several weeks before the October 2nd fight, and the pills made him quicker and stronger with my old reflexes. I came to the hospital because I suspected there was something wrong with me. I thought the more I thought about the pills, the more I figured they had something to do with it. I'm not sure if I'll fight again. So he tells you, literally tells you, he's literally the person that revealed it. But he's a drug cheat. Wow. Man, you didn't even stick with your original argument, huh? You switched it to you were trolling. But now you're going to switch it back and say that it was what you said was true? Even though the drugs were not illegal because they weren't. And they were for his thyroid. But wasn't thyroid. It was wound up being Parkinson's disease. Because he felt better when he got on this medicine. Rick Glazer gave King Biden's cue cards. Yeah, bro, you are definitely out there working with these journalists, bro. Your guy sucks, Rick. Your guy sucks. Your guy sucks. No. It really was. It was thyroid. But yeah, the other guy did test positive too. You can't, bro, you suck at this, man. But I can prove that he didn't test positive for a performance-enhancing drug, though. Man, you're bad at this, dog. Wow. You see what I got to put up with? See what I got to put up with? DA said, good morning, Fanon. Blessings, brother. Good morning to the chat. Blessings. Smash the like button. Chat, team, Spence, all day, brother. All day, yes, sir. What were we talking about before Justin got us off topic? A kilo, bring me back to topic. That was, I didn't even mind. That was kind of fun. Nah. He really did start. We really were talking about more of the Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford stuff. At Ron BK said, thanks, Fanon. Yeah, Terrence Smoot, when Terrence Smoot vouches for you, because I don't give him out. But hold on, man. Sometimes they do break the rules, though. Give me 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second. All right, back. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Ron BK, put that Ron BK, put your comment in the comment section. There you go. Okay, Ron. Okay, cool. I got you. Let me go to channel. Yeah, since it's been around since 19. Oh, yeah, you've been around way too long to just be some random troll. So here we go. Here you go. Here you go. As standard moderator, welcome to the family, sir. Welcome to the family, brother. Welcome to the family. I don't need Spence. I don't think Spence wanted the rematch or his team told him otherwise. I don't know what you mean, doesn't want the rematch. I think he does want the rematch. I just think that he should go fight. I do think he should fight Thurman. I do. Man, I hate that I ain't got more coffee. I just think that I think he should, without a doubt. Oh, what is this? Oh, need a break from the mainstream? Yeah. I probably would do. Yeah, I appreciate it. It allows me not to get suckered because Terry Schmoots here every day, and Terry sees everything going on in the chat. All right, so I want to change subjects for a second. Go back to Shakur Stevenson, man. Did you guys hear what Shakur? Did you see what Shakur Stevenson said? Crawford is officially ducking Canelo. Who's Canella? I am really happy that man is. I actually am liking what Shakur Stevenson is doing. I think Shakur Stevenson should stay in these dudes' chest. The problem is, though, that it's probably not going to work for him because these guys can't beat him. The only guy that can really beat Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, is Gervonta. I think that's the only close fight for him. I think he's going to mop the rest of those dudes. I think Shakur Stevenson mops the rest of these dudes. At 135, I just don't see it, man. I think he looks like he may kick it into even a different level. You know what I mean? Cam J Network said, good looking bros. Shaolin Boxing Club. How is Crawford ducking Canelo when we just fought and Canelo has a fight? Yeah, I think that is ridiculous. And he's not ducking him. Honestly, man, I think Terence Crawford can win that fight. I give Terence Crawford a good chance to win that fight. A good chance to win that fight. I don't know if I'd favor him to win the fight because obviously I've never seen him in 168. But I think that can definitely be like a Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler type of situation, even though the weight jump is bigger. You can't duck if you're clout chasing. It's the other thing. You're not Koopa. You're not ducking just because you're clout chasing. You know what I mean? Clout chasing does not equal ducking. And quite honestly, I don't even think Terence Crawford is clout chasing. I think he's money chasing. And I take him at his word. I believe he would fight him. I've never heard him say he would fight somebody that he doesn't want to fight, that he wouldn't fight. You know? Fanon, is Top Rank trying to make Kambosos Loma? Shakur posted an ad. Dude, they probably are. I wouldn't doubt if they are. Lomachenko, because they're not going to say want Lomachenko to win a fight. They're not about to sit Lomachenko in there with after losing to Devin Haney, then let him get dog walked by Shakur. Shaolin Boxing Club said, this is so weak, dude, is trying to save face. Who's trying to save face, Shaolin Boxing Club? Triple D Boxing Talk, how can I help you? Triple D Boxing Talk. I can't hear you. Triple D Boxing Talk. You're frozen. Shaolin Boxing Club. Who exactly is trying to save face? I certainly hope you're talking about me having to save face, because the hell face I gotta save. I'm good as gold, brother. How can I help you, Mr. Moshin? How are you feeling, brother? How are you?
I'm good, all good. How you doing? You good?
I'm good. I can't complain. What I need at you today? What do you need today? Or what do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, I just want to talk about what you just mentioned about giving Crawford a good chance against Canelo. I agree 100%. I think Crawford's just got so much ability. If he can carry the weight, then honestly, I could see that happening. I can see him beating Canelo. I mean, the thing with Crawford is he can fight so many different ways, different styles. I think it can be too much for a fighter. How do you think he does beat Canelo if he does go up and carry the weight?
Man, I think he shows that he literally can do everything.
Yeah,
So,
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's just him and his team, the game plan that him and his team will figure out a game plan. And I think that he has a lot of the things that cause Canelo Alvarez problems. I think
I mean,
Canelo is obviously a very, very big puncher and is a very smart puncher and a very good counter puncher. But I think, I just think that they'll be able to figure it out. Like,
I think
I'll kind of go with that one. I don't see how the fight goes. I can't really envision the fight in my mind, but I think because he literally can do everything that he needs to do, that he has the weapon, that by necessity he'll have the weapons to figure it out. Also, I did a video like early before the Errol Spence Jr. after the Errol Spence Jr. fight got made, where I said in a video that I thought one of the possible ways that Terence could win the fight would be by walking him down. Right. And I think that you may be surprised that he may be able to do some stuff like that to Canelo. I just think that, the dude can pretty much do everything in a ring. So anything's possible.
yeah, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was rewatching Amir Khan's fight against Canelo on YouTube, and
Yes.
the first 3 rounds he done really well. I think most people had him taking the first 3 rounds, and then obviously Canelo settled, and then he hit him and knocked him out. But I think if Khan can do that to him, and Khan doesn't have a lot of ring intelligence, he's not a student of the game. He's not a smart fighter, whereas I think Crawford is. I think Crawford could really get something against Canelo. Didn't Canelo struggle against some Cuban fighter a few years back?
Lara.
Lara.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Lara.
yeah, so I definitely think Crawford, if he can carry the weight, and I watched his podcast with Joe Rogan the other day. He kept on talking about the Canelo fight as well. Said it's really appealing to him. So if he can carry the weight, I don't know, man. I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't hesitate to put my money on him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like I'm not a betting man either, so I'm gonna sit that one out. I'm just telling you that I don't think it's unrealistic at all for Terence Crawford to move up and beat Canelo.
I always expected a Spence versus Canelo fight. I thought, Spence, the American superstar, American Olympiast, versus Canelo, Mexico's biggest star. I always expected that to happen, but I think the Crawford one's probably more likely now. But I think Floyd is right. I think even 154 might be too light for Spence. I think he should go to 160, 168. That fight could still be an option for him if he gets some good wins. Having one loss isn't the end of your career, despite what some people say in the media. He could still get that Canelo fight, but I do think he should move to 160 minimum. What do you think of that?
You talking about Terence, Errol?
Yeah, Errol.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I just don't like if he says 154 and he wants to go to 154 first. I mean, 154 is an extra 7. Is an extra 7 pounds, so it's not just a little bit. That's significantly more. But like I don't consider myself, because I don't know what's going on in their camp, and even if I did, I wouldn't really be an expert enough to really give a solid opinion on that. Other than to say, man, I just know that 147 Like I've been wished that he would have got out of 147. I thought that he should have got out of 147 before he fought Terence Crawford, because the fight with Terence Crawford would have been just as big at 154 as it
And
was
Crawford
at.
would have followed him, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I
At
mean, he would have taken
154.
if he would have taken the fight, he would have taken the fight. But
Yeah.
I think that, but hindsight is 2020, and he did what he wanted to do. He said that he was not trying to take up tune-ups. I just really think the biggest mistake Errol made was not taking tune-ups, or makes, not just made, because he may have lost the fight any way it goes. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that you should underrate the necessity to staying active and having fights so easier to get in the ring and be able to beat somebody that you really know that you're going to beat, be able to go through a training camp, get in there, get out of there, and and stay sharp, have your timing sharp, have all of that. I mean, and not necessarily trying to do everything by doing it in the gym with sparring partners. So, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to claim like I'm an expert on what Errol Spence Jr. should do. Him and his camp will figure it out, and it'll be what it is.
All right, one final point, mate.
No worries.
I'll be honest, unlike the last guy, I don't know who Sam Langford is. I'm too young for that, but I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing if I can find some footage of him, because I already read a little bit about him, and I think ESPN described him as the greatest fighter who's never talked about or something like that. So I'm looking forward, if it's possible, to see if I can find some footage of him.
Well, first and foremost, everybody's too young to talk about Sam Langford because he fought in the 1910s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he fought guys like Jack Johnson. He was around the same time as Harry Greb. Jack Dempsey was a guy that he would have fought that did not want to fight him. The reason he never got a shot was because he was during the time where there was a color line, and Jack Dempsey was the heavyweight champion at the time that he was fighting, and he was what they call the black heavyweight champion. He fought guys like Sam McVeigh and other guys that Jack Dempsey wouldn't fight. And pretty much everybody knew that the reason Jack Dempsey wouldn't fight him is because Jack Dempsey couldn't beat him. And Jack Dempsey was one of, up until, the time of Ali, people would have said he was one of the greatest heavyweight champions ever. But Sam Langford was a guy that fought between the weight class of middleweight and heavyweight. So he was only like 5'8" or 5'9". But he had this unusually big barrel chest. Real big barrel chest and really big and long arms. And he specialized in beating taller fighters. There's not a lot of tape on him, but all you have to do is just put it on YouTube. Just say Sam Langford footage, and then it's going to be up on YouTube. But again, there's not going to be a lot of tape on guys like that. And you're not really, even when you see tape like that on guys, you don't really get a sense of them because the frame rate on the tape is so slow that you see them looking more herky jerky, where you really can't see what they're doing, like, as fluidly as you can for people that were filmed in the 1950s or the 1960s, up until now. But that's who Sam Langford is. And the reason that I always bring up Sam Langford is because a guy named Scrapbook Boxing, who was one of the best boxing historians on YouTube, talks about Sam Langford and says that Sam Langford is the greatest pound for pound fighter ever, not Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about Sugar Ray Robinson, but up until now, I've never heard of anyone talk about Sam Langford.
Yeah, Sam Langford. Yeah, Sam Langford is legit. But he's a turn of the century fighter. Between like 1910 and 1930, like right around that time. He's a little bit younger than Jack Johnson. And before Jack Johnson became the heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson beat Sam Langford, but Sam Langford was a real young fighter at the time. And then when Jack Johnson became the heavyweight champion, he refused to fight Sam Langford. Sam Langford. And he's not from the US, he's from Canada. Yeah. Great fighter. Yeah. All right, man. But that's it on that. Yeah. Definitely check out Sam Langford.
Good speaking to you, bro.
Hey, good speaking to you. Peace. Yeah, Armstrong's a great fighter too. There's more tape on Henry Armstrong. Anyway, people should have swallowed his pride and fought Thurman before Crawford. I don't know about the pride. I just think he should have done it just to stay active. Hey, my guy UPCOW said you should block that kid. I mean, King comes by every day, bro. He's good for a good 15 minutes of content. The problem is that he goes to these other channels. And Thomas Hill, thank you, brother, for your support, bro. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you, man. He said Terry Schmoot approves J Cam, the Cam J Network, and Black Fonz. For sure. Much love, brother. Thank you for that $10 holler, brother. Thank you. Thank you, man. It means a ton. Thank you. Thomas still said, hey, yo, Martin, most people do not take into consideration how those FPS frames per second make the old legends look slow and herky-jerky. Yeah, it's the frame rate. Because if you were in that, it would look like that with you too. No human beings didn't walk around like that. If you look at animals moving, the animals move in frames like that, look like the animals are moving like that too. You know what I mean? Who was it? It is Black Fonz. Hold on one second. Black Fonz in the building. Let me slide. Let me look for Black Fonz. Black Fonz. Yeah, I don't see you, man. Black Fonz, can you leave a comment at the bottom of the chat? Because I looked for you for a second, I couldn't see it. The next time I see a comment from you, I'll go ahead and do that, man. Fanon, can I need a break from mainstream? Also get a wrench? Yeah, for sure. I need a break from the mainstream. There you go. I wish King wasn't a troll. I'd give King a wrench. But I just know King is going to come in and do all kind of craziness with it. There you go. I got that one. I'm looking for the other dude though, man. I'm looking for other dude. Black Fonz. I would have thought Black Fonz already had one. He's good practice, man. He's a good sparring partner, no joke. Because I'm glad somebody pulled that, because somebody else is going to try to pull that later on. You would Kai Alexander said you would barely have people in the chat if G-Man got a wrench. You know that. He went on his block thing. Oh, there you go. Black Fonz in the building. Hold on. Now I see Black Fonz now. Black Fonz. Let me go over here and go to channel first. And that's, Black Fonz been around since 2020, since the year 20. All right, Black Fonz, there you go. You are moderated, friend. You are moderated. Be Easy said, Martin, who's Wilder's option since Joshua or Ruiz want that smoke? Who knows, man? I don't know. I know that Deontay Wilder has got to be. Hey, no worries. I need a break from the mainstream. I don't know, man, because I'll tell you, man, I think he's definitely the most avoided fighter that there is. I think Gary Russell Jr. are the most avoided fighters in boxing. He should be easy work, but then he went around, screwed around, and got a first round knockout right back and got scary again. You know, he got that first round knockout. All of a sudden, he got scary again. Is what it looks like to me. Bud getting way too much praise for beating up a down drunk at. All right, Cooper, you're out of here, bro. You're out of here. Nice try, bro. See you later. Liho Shang in the building. What's up, Liho Shang? I would like to separate the issues, if you wouldn't mind. Terence Crawford is getting the praise Terence Crawford has deserved because he is the best fighter in boxing. And I maintain that to be the truth. I've said it before the fight. I say it after the fight. The man is the best fighter in boxing. He's the best fighter in boxing. Him beating Errol Spence Jr., he beat him. How can you get anything but full credit when your credit is the money and the belts? He got the money and he got the belts. That's the credit that he gets. Now he's participating in a marketing campaign, I think is choreographed by CAA, and he's doing a very smart job of keeping his name out there. He gets full. There's nothing other than that he should get for beating Errol Spence. Because what else can you get? You prove that you're the best fighter in all of boxing. You get that you're the undisputed champion at 147 pounds. And you are a legitimate fight for anybody in boxing that you feel like fighting. And he deserves, he earned all of that. He has all of that. It's not even anything for me to give him. He earned it. He's got it. There's nothing more that I can give him. If you look at Errol Spence and you but watch this, because he gets that doesn't mean that people can't talk about Errol Spence. That people can't analyze what's going on with what's next for Errol Spence, what happened to Errol Spence in that fight. Those are two different things. Hey, you know who I've not seen? I haven't seen T. Orlando Pearson today. What's going on, Giovanni Walker? Trying to told you. What's going on, Giovanni Walker? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. Beezy said, Martin, if Errol can get back to that Errol that beat Ugas, Danny Garcia, and Lamont Peterson, what do you give his chance of winning a rematch? I don't know. I think that the biggest thing is this. I just think he needs to get fights in. I think he needs to get fights in. First and foremost, get fights in. Once he gets fights in, then we can talk about, okay, now he's looking sharper, he's looking better. I think he needs to get fights in. Fights in. My guy, Malik Deshaun said, Simon Brown did Terry Norris the same way Crawford did Spence the first fight. But the second fight was different. Don't be surprised. Hey, man, thank you, brother. I'm going to go check that out. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd have to go look that up and check it out. That's good. I just think, but let me see something. Now that you said that, let me see something. Terrible Terry Norris from Texas to boot. He took a fight in between. He took a fight in between. Armando Campos before he got back in there and fought him again. And then got it back. And then after that, lost on a disqualification. 2 disqualifications. Damn, how you get disqualified twice? Crazy. He never left super welterweight. He stayed super welterweight the whole career. Yeah, definitely for the Crawfordians. Hey, thank you, brother. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. I'm definitely going to check that out. I would like to see Errol get at least 2 at 154 and then take the rematch. Yeah, I would like to see that too. I would like to see it too. Respect Crawford, but Spence was not the fighter who became champion, and I don't think it was because Crawford was much better than Spence. Again, I'm not taking anything away from Crawford. I mean, I definitely think there was something up with him. I think that, matter of fact, I think that it's just a fact. I don't even think it's something that you can put that in fact. But a lot of people just want Errol to go away. So and just like they want Gervonta. I'm telling you, man, Gervonta is an interesting subject within the sport of boxing right now. Give me 1 second. Errol need to throw shorter punches. Respect to Crawford. Something was, I think something was wrong with Errol. I do. I really do. I think that what they say is true. I think he was injured in sparring, but I also think he was at that weight class too much. But at the end of the day, man, I still didn't know whether or not he was going to beat Terence for sure. Still didn't know whether he's going to beat Terence for sure. What's going on, War Sports? How you feeling, man? Sean G said, I know wants Bud to fight Boots, but Bud can't do anything till he fights Errol. Rematch. Why not fight Stanionis? They're both young lions left in a division since Ortiz is gone. I don't care who Gervonta in this fight's next. Are they going to put but I want Terence Crawford if he's not going to. I just want Terence to drop the belts. I want Terence to drop the belts. Drop them. There's no need to hold on to him, dude. Just drop them. And then we can talk about what's going on after that. But just drop the belts. As soon as he drops the belts, a lot of stuff opens up. Until he drops the belts, I want Stanionis to fight him, and I want Gervonta to fight him, and I want Keith Thurman to fight him. All of them. They should all fight him. Because those are the three people that he's supposed to fight. But if he drops the belt, then he drops the belts. And then they can hurry up and do that. And then when those guys at 147 get done with whatever they're doing at 147, then they can run up and go. Then they can run up and go to 154 and see who's sitting there waiting for him at 154. The Duran Ennis era is here. Fanon, won't Bud need belt to force Kazoo to? No, he's a WBO super champion. He doesn't need a belt to force Tim Kazoo to fight him. No, he doesn't need that to force Tim Kazoo to fight him. All you got to do is go up there and do it. Who is Keith Thurman now? He's the same guy he was before. He's the WBC mandatory for the belt and a very good fighter with only one loss. With only one loss. Fighters' careers are not necessarily over because they got one loss. Hey, I feel for Tank. Folks are really coming at him right now, and he hasn't said a thing in 3 months. Now everybody wants him to fight and disrespect him. Every day his name has been a topic because he's the big man. He's the little big man. That's what he is. He's the little big man, dog. That's what it is. I'm sorry for calling you dog, Kai Alexander. Sugar Malley wants to get in the ring and get knocked out by Tank. Ryan down the road. I really can't blame him for getting the bag. Now, I think Ryan Garcia did what Ryan Garcia was supposed to do. I think he did exactly what he's supposed to do. It was a smart move for him. All of the above. Ryan Garcia made a smart move. Errol Spence Jr. made a smart move. But especially if there is something neurologically wrong with Errol, if that is the case, then Errol was smart to fight Terence. Because that could have popped up there with somebody else. You know? Crazy how they put Pitbull number 1 in the WBA rankings. Why is that crazy? Let me see the rankings. Oh, this is boxer rankings. I ain't listen. Never paying attention to no boxer rankings. That cannot take place. Their rankings are the worst. Trying to act like they have what you call lazy rankings. They got lazy rankings. Straight up lazy rankings. Yeah, how did he get up there? Yeah, they put him above Williams and Peta. That's crazy. They slid. Man, bro, they slid. Dog, hey, Frank Martin has lost 2 spots and ain't lost. 2 spots and did not lose. At least he's still above Vasily Lomachenko, though. I guess they did not, and Shakur, but Vasily is still number 1 in the WBC, which is nuts. Who do they got? I don't think they got George Kambosos. George Kambosos is number 2 in the IBF. That's bananas. George Kambosos is in the IBF ahead of Shakur Stevenson. You know that's, man, these ranking systems suck, man. Terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ryan wants to fight O'Malley, was going to go back and forth on Twitter with him. He told him pipe down because boxing is different. Yeah, man, this dude is insult. Honestly, if I was him, I'd be insulted. If I was, I would be insulted too, because you're going to knock this dude out. You're going to knock out somebody, Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia couldn't knock him out. Hey, Blatcher, hey, thank you. Hey, Greats Name 143. Thank you for the support, bro. Much love in that super chat, brother. And that Cash App. Thank you, brother, for the $5 hour. Appreciate you, man. So it looks like Davis and Cruz is next. Honestly, man, yeah, it's been looked like Davis and Cruz. He doesn't need to be number 1 for them to make that rematch. He doesn't need to be number 1 to get the rematch. Because he's a voluntary. He always got to be his top 5. Gervonta just fought his mandatory. But I guess, it'll make it easier if they mandate it. They could put him in a position where he has to. They could put him there so that he doesn't have a choice and they order the fight. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Freddie Jimenez? So what's up, Martin? So what do you think about Frank and Shakur? I like it. B&B Boxing. Fanon, that's me. B&B Boxing. Great name. Oh, okay. Oh, great name. Okay, that's what's up, bro. All right, B&B Boxing. Thank you, brother. Great name. Thank you for the support, bro. B&B Boxing. Thank you, man. Let me hear that gong. Thank you, man. Nobody wants to see that fight. Nobody wants to see any tank fights if you listen to people. Apparently, nobody wants to see any tank fights. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, he has a chance in the rematch. I'm not going to favor him to win the rematch. I'm probably not going to pick a winner in the rematch. I like Errol. No joke. And I get it. And fighters that are ridiculously hated upon, bro. I'm sorry, dog. I like these dudes. I like Errol. So yeah, Errol's got a chance. Absolutely, he's got a chance. Justin Music Group said, "What do you think about Charlo Canelo?" I like the fight. I think Charles got a real chance. I favor Canelo to win, but I think Jermell Charles got a real chance to win that fight. And the only thing that I don't like for him is the fact that he's had a layoff. I think other than that, and he said he didn't take any chance with his hands. So I think he's good, and I like that he's got I like it. I like the fight for him. I think it's a smart move for him to take the fight, and I think he's got a good chance to win. I'd say 55-45 for Canelo, but I would not be surprised at all if Canelo shocks me and wins the fight. It's not a fight that I'm going to put any money on for either guy. I think that, that there's the issue is going to be whether or not there's a issue is going to be whether or not he can get a call whether he can get the call on the ref's call, where he can get the referee's call. You know? Yeah, I know his last 3 fights weren't impressive. His last 3 fights weren't impressive. He lost the not last 3 fights were not. The Bivol fight he lost. Gennady Golovkin fight wasn't that impressive and looked slow against Gennady and looked like he got tired against Gennady Golovkin. And then he fought John Ryder and looked like he got slow. And he started getting pieced up by John Ryder as well. I was saying before the Dimitri Bivol fight that Canelo Alvarez was slowing down. So, I mean, him fighting somebody that's really in his weight class, because those guys are really the same weight class. But him being a big puncher, because look, dude, Canelo can punch. Canelo's been a big puncher, bro. He's been a big puncher. Will Martin versus Shakur be on Showtime? No. More than likely not. More than likely that will be on ESPN. But they'll probably, I don't know, depends on the negotiation. Depends on the negotiation. I would suspect that would be on ESPN. I suspect that would be on ESPN. I don't know whether or not they would have a purse bid for that. You know? And here's the thing. Thank you again, B&B Boxing. Thank you, brother, for that support. That's what I think. You know? Charlo said he was already walking around at 168 before training camp. He said it's just conditioning and fine tuning. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That is a big dude. That's a big dude, man. Big dude in Jermell Charlo. I've seen him in person, man. He's nowhere near a little guy. What's going on, Thomas Hill? How can I help you, brother?
Hey, good morning to you, Shannon. I wanted to. Oh man, thank you. I appreciate that. And grand rising to everybody up in the chat, man. Even the people that be hating. You know, much love and salute to King G, man. My man came with an alter ego today, and then had him on call. Wait, that boy getting creative with the trolling.
Sure.
But anyway, I was gonna piggyback off that last point because that's been one of the talking points that I've been pushing heavy lately. Cause you know that Shakur and Frank Martin is a great matchup. One that I favor Shakur in. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's gonna be a great fight. The fight has to me, it's gonna have to take place on ESPN. I don't believe that Bob wants to make fights with PBC where they're the front runner because these people will get to see exactly what Bud saw. Bud talked about how bad Heyman was. Now that boy can't stop singing his praises because that bag came his way. Now he talking about mythical fights. So you know, I think that if that fight happens, because it has to happen on ESPN, because that way you know they can go on and do the pay scale the way they do it. But if it goes, well, I don't know if it'll be generating enough buzz for it to be pay-per-view, but I just think that it would start to open up with, like you said, they already know, but it'll bring more reality for them to see that PBC is actually a great business and it's a great opportunity for them. And I think it would influence some movement, so to speak.
Hey, can you turn your mic? I think you have something music playing in the background. Or
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I keep forgetting that dang radio on. But yeah, so I'm sorry. All I was saying was basically I agree with what you're saying. It probably will most likely have to happen on ESPN because if it does happen on
Showtime, did I lose you?
They can actually see how much difference there is between the business model at play at ESPN and the business model at PBC, and it will be enticing to the fighters that are over there because Al has a whole staple of talent over there. I mean, not Al, Bob, and the more competitive fights would happen. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I think first that I think that more than likely ESPN is going to buy the fight because if the fight gets ordered, I think it's a 50-50 split on whatever if it goes to a purse bid because neither one of those guys are champions. One guy's the number 1 rated guy or the number 2 rated guy. And let me see. And yeah, it's the number 2 versus the number 4. Right? It would be the number 2 versus the number 4. Isaac Cruz is not going to be available for that fight, and neither is Vasily Lomachenko. Right? I don't think, or I guess maybe also could wind up being Isaac Cruz could be fighting Frank Martin if Shakur Stevenson if the purse bid doesn't go right. But I think that they would just buy the fight all the way out and negotiate the money between the two fighters in order to get the fight made. I don't think that. Yeah, and I think that more than likely that fight would then probably wind up being in New Jersey, where Frank Martin would go fight in New Jersey, because Frank Martin is not somebody that is really, he's got a growing name and he's got a good name, and a lot of people know him and it's getting bigger. But at this point, I don't think he doesn't have like an arena that he can go to that he knows he can fill like is the situation in New Jersey with Shakur. And I don't think that Frank Martin would have a problem going over there to do it. Yeah. So that's my take on it. And I don't know if Errol, who's the promoter of Man Down Promotions, is going to be really going to be actively involved in the purse bid. So I think that they would probably just negotiate the fight taking place.
That's very true. I think that plays a big part in the fight being made as well too, because I know I know a lot of people were saying, well, if he can make the fight with Frank Martin, then why not make the fight with Tank? And that's a different animal altogether, because Tank is the draw. Tank is most definitely the A side. He's the A plus side.
If they said they can make I'm sorry, make sure I understand. You said
there was people, the detractors for Tank. They're saying, well, if Frank Martin can make the fight with Shakur, why not can then Tank make the fight with him? And that's the big problem right there, because that aspect, I believe that's going to generate a lot of money no matter what, because it's Tank. And then, like Ryan Garcia found out, it's very beneficial when you fight Tank, especially when you go through the PBC, because the PBC and Showtime, they do boxing right. So you get your bread. And my man Crawford just found that out. I mean, now like I said, he out there trying to call each and every fight that would be a big fight so he can get that bread. So I think that's a major play that people don't want to give respect, because they always want to shout out like other fighters and just drop hate on Tank for fights being made and whatnot. And I told him, I was like, well, it's funny that you guys do this when they essentially have been fighting like fighters. You have a couple of outliers here and there, but I mean, you accuse Tank of fighting a smaller Leo Santa Cruz, whom you pointed out was bigger in the ring. However, when Devin fights a smaller Jojo Diaz, that's acceptable. That's a great fight. That's a big name. Pedraza, he was nobody. Garcia, he was nobody. The other Garcia, he was nobody. But it's like you always you move the goalposts and you drive the needle a certain direction, and I don't understand it when it's actually the people behind the matches that are making sure whether or not these matches get made. Because I don't believe any of these fighters will not fight another fighter, especially if it's beneficial to them. That's how I feel. I don't know if I'm misguided for that, but I feel like that's what's going on.
For me, what you said about Jesus. Hold on, what time? Okay, hold on one second.
Oh, this you take your time for now. You
Sorry.
helping me out, man. I don't know if I'm tripping.
Well, let me do first and say the what I think the difference is with
Yeah, I would like to hear that. I would really like to hear your take on
Tank.
that.
The problem with Tank is this: that there is no purse bid going to take place, and there is because all of the money. Let me put it this way: Top Rank can afford to have Shakur Stevenson fight Gervonta to fight Frank Martin and still make money.
Yeah.
Because they can have it on their network. They can pay Shakur the money that they get from their budget to pay Shakur, and they can get whatever they have the budget to pay the purse for Frank Martin as well. So they can do that. The only issue with them is going to be whether or not they're 80% sure that Shakur Stevenson is going to win the fight. Now I'm telling you, it's a southpaw and a southpaw matchup, and if Bob Arum is not 80% sure that Shakur is going to win that fight's not going to take place because they want Shakur to continue to fight and continue to keep winning for them over a longer period of time. But the difference with Gervonta is that they can't make any money off the fight with Gervonta because Gervonta is going to demand the lion's share of the money unless he just wants to do something, unless he just wants to be nice. Most of the money that is going to be earned through that fight is going to go to Gervonta. And Gervonta, you don't have enough money on ESPN's budget to pay Gervonta. Because Gervonta is going to want in excess of 50. He's probably, let's just assume he wants $15 million for that fight. There's not $15 million worth of budget over there with Top Rank to pay him. So therefore, the fight's going to have to be on Showtime and it's going to go to pay-per-view. So if it goes to pay-per-view, then what amount of money is Bob Arum going to make off a pay-per-view fight between the two? And that's why Bob Arum himself said that Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight doesn't make any sense because he says, look, they're going to want these really big guarantees, and I may make a little money on the fight, but I may lose money on the fight. So I'm not going to be interested in doing that. And that's because of the dynamic between the two Black American fighters fighting pretty much within the same demographic, and Shakur Stevenson really not having that big of a name to really even get him to the point where he can be like a Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford type of sale there. Because I don't think Shakur is where Terence Crawford is, and there's not been that amount of buildup over time for the fight to take place. So just the relationship between Shakur Stevenson and Top Rank makes that fight hard to make. Now, now say Shakur Stevenson was just a free agent, the fight gets a lot easier to make because Shakur goes in there and say, okay, give me 35%, give me 35% of the pay-per-view and, $1 million guarantee, $1 million purse, then that fight can be made easy because you don't have to worry about Top Rank and having to pay the Top Rank infrastructure out of the money that's made in the fight.
Yeah, see, that makes it crystal clear, man. I don't understand why people don't listen to when you break this stuff down, because that's definitely like a strong suit for you. You know how contracts go and how they get made and how things go awry if they go awry, but it makes perfect sense when you explain it that way. Because, man,
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you, excuse me, we're crunching on ice.
Oh man, crunch that ice.
Because these dudes is dumb. I don't mean unintelligent. I mean they're just dumb.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like they think just because they're shooting shots and guessing at shit doesn't mean everybody's just sitting around guessing at stuff. Dude, this makes business sense. And I keep telling people over and over that it's not the business of boxing. It's just business. It's just business. What's in it for this guy? What's in it for that guy? How is this guy going to make a profit? How is that guy going to make a profit? If you're investing your time, you want a profit. Like if you're working, right? You're like, what are you bringing? If you work for the sanitation department, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
You bring your body to the table and your
Exactly.
ability to pick this up,
Manip-
get up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
What
Or
do you
manipulate a machine that does it.
what'd you say?
Or manipulate a machine that does that.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what you, but it's your physical body that you're
Mhm.
bringing to it. And what do you get? How do you profit? Well, they're going to pay you by the hour.
Exactly.
If they're not going to pay you for it, are you going to, or say, would anybody, if you were going to lose money for doing it, would anybody do it?
No.
No, that shit would be sitting right where it is, man. They'd be like, hold on. And then say, for example, that because losing money means that you actually have to pay, right? Not making anything just means that you're not earning anything. Making money, you'd have to say, okay, what's my time worth? So you got to think about how Bob Arum makes his money. Bob Arum does not make his money off of pay-per-views. He makes his money off the budget of ESPN. And so he's going to make his money off of the difference between what he pays and what he brings in, just like everybody else. What's your source of income? And what are your expenditures? So we know your expenditures are the fighters. And whatever you invested to do to promote the fighters is going to be your office space in Las Vegas. It's going to be the salary or whatever you pay to the people that you pay that are your secretaries and all of these people. Everybody with wearing Top Rank or talking Top Rank got to pay. And it costs money to wine and dine journalists, right? Expenses related to dinners and things like that. It costs money to do that. So you have to say, okay, well, what's going to happen if he has a fight with Shakur and Gervonta? Is his money, is he going to get a ESPN budget for that? No.
Yeah. No, he's definitely not. Yeah.
Because Gervonta makes over $10 million a fight. Gervonta Davis gets more money every time he steps in the ring than anybody that fights on Top Rank.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So to give him a purse that is worth him going over there, they're going to have to do what DAZN did with Canelo and say, okay, well, Canelo, what do we need to do to get Canelo? Well, how much money did Canelo make in his last pay-per-view? He made $35 million. They brought in $35 million. So that's how much it's going to cost you to get him off pay-per-view. So that's the same thing with Gervonta Davis. How much money did he make in his pay-per-views? Well, he made over $30 million in his last one. And the ones before that, he made over $15 million in the ones before that. So it's going to cost you somewhere around that just to get him off pay-per-view.
Got you.
So right there, the budget that's going to blow his budget. He's not going to do it. So there you go. That's the end of it. And it doesn't, and that's business. You don't have to ask that. That's why Bob Arum walks around looking at people like they're stupid. Like, man, don't tell me you don't know this just off the basic information that you've already had at your hands. Hey, Thomas, I got upper echelon.
Hey,
right,
no, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Anytime,
you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Thomas Hill, for your support, bro. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. It means a ton. Thank you, brother. And my guy, hey, Sam, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Upper echelon, how can I help you?
Shalom, King. How you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed. I can't complain, man.
That's
how are you?
Good. I'm fine. I just left my doctor's appointment. Feeling pretty good.
Good.
Wounds are closing up. Like it done healed through my sternum already. So I got about like 4 more inches for it to heal on both sides, and I'll be good. But I was sitting there listening to what you were saying there, and Shakur can't even demand 30-35% with Tank, honestly, because he's unproven. Like, he didn't want to take 25% with Dev. And Top Rank, they know they can't buy Tank out because he is actually the A side. The only person that probably get more money than him is Canelo, and that's probably the old Canelo. But Tank Davis, he garners a lot of money, but you don't even really hear Shakur calling for Tank because Tank's team told Shakur when they flipped that coin to let your team know this is the fight that you want to make. But see, Bob Arum, I've noticed, he don't want Shakur to get all the belts. He don't want Shakur to go for undisputed. But he likes keeping Shakur around because, Shakur is somewhat of a little draw. He's a little draw. And Frank Martin, he did pretty good versus Hayurari. Like they sold out that small venue. It was a nice sold out venue, but he's making a name also because of his boss is the big fish. But that'd be a great fight, even if it goes over the top rank or well, it's gonna go to the top rank because Bob Arum ain't letting Shakur go over there. But in the Tank fight, Shakur gonna have to concede the Tank's demands and everything. Because even if Tank gives him 10%, it'd be more than Shakur's ever made anyway. Because Tank's on a draw. But I feel like if Tank and Shakur fight, it'd probably do like Crawford and Spence, probably about 6, maybe 556. Because I've been trying to tell people, Tank, Shakur, and Devin, they basically got like the same pool of characters. But Tank, he's crossing over to the casuals. A lot of people don't realize Tank and Ryan did that number because you can say what the hell you want to say, but Ryan Garcia is a big draw. He's Tank's dancing partner. Ryan got over 10 million followers. And like his followers follow him daily, but he was never in a big fight for them to actually want to go see. They always complain about him not fighting nobody. So Tank was the catalyst. So I feel like Tank, like Ryan's the A side to anybody at 140. But I feel like anybody that fights Tank become a bigger fighter. Eastside Cruz, he got beat by one hand and then get knocked out. Now people praising him. Not forgetting that he knocked out an Asian Gambo and another cab driver. He just got his butt whooped by Giovanni Cabrera. People calling for him. Roland Romero got a title shot his next fight after he lost the Tank. So losing the Tank won't hurt Shakur's career in retrospect. It can actually give him a bigger name because it's giving him a bigger audience to look at. But he'll probably make about 5-6 million, maybe even 10 versus Tank. But Bob ain't trying to lose his golden goose right now. And I had to ask you something for now. Did you hear about Devin and Regis fight going off? Like they canceled it or something?
Man, I know that they were supposed to say what's going on. I haven't heard it be made official yet. That's the only thing I know.
Because I had heard reports that the fight's off between Devin and Regis. That's what I had heard last week. And
I haven't heard anything. Let me see something.
I thought maybe you might have do something. You probably got way.
I've been waiting on here. They've been talking about trying to finalize the date and all of that stuff. All of that. But
because see, the only camp I'm familiar with is Big Fish and them. Derek James. That's the only coach I really talked to like that. But I was just wondering because a lot of people sitting there saying that Regis said the fight's off because Devin them ain't signed a contract, or they trying to push the date back, or they trying to do this and that, like they did with the Gary Russell situation and everything. But it's always a big deal or orchestration whenever Bill Haney's in the situation. So I'm just like, dang, I was respecting them for going up to fight Regis Prograis because that's not no walk in the park right there. You arguably challenging one of the hardest fights that he's ever had. But now it's looking like that he's not about to make the fight. But I don't know yet. That's why I was asking you about it. But
on the 16th, which is a week ago, he still said, "Put your head down, keep doing work." Prograis, Haney, Prograis. And then he's got pictures of him out in Mexico 14 hours ago on vacation saying "Viva Mexico." So I don't know, man. He's like he's with us. He's like he's in his wife on a boat in Mexico. So it doesn't look like he's in training camp right now. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay,
I haven't heard that it's not happening. I hope that it does, man. But I haven't heard that it's not.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that right there. But one more thing before I go. What you think about Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk? At first, Daniel Dubois was a killer, but I feel like after he lost to Joe Joyce, man, it's like he lost his spark. That's what I be telling people. Once a boxer get that first loss, most boxers, they lose that feel of invincibility. And once you lose that feel of invincibility, man, it messes with your mental, man. It's hard to get that back. Some fighters can get it back, but some can't. And Dubois last fight, man, he got dropped a few times in the first. And when the first couple rounds, he had to fight back, but he looked very unimpressive. You think Usyk gets his get a signature stoppage at heavyweight this fight?
Do I think he's gonna stop him? I think more than I got him winning. I don't know if he's gonna stop him or not, but I just think that I always thought Daniel Dubois is just he might as well be fighting Fabio Warbly or somebody like that. I mean, that's Danny Dubois is like, that's a hey, real quick. Sam, brother, thank you so much for your support in that super chat, bro. I put that up there, but I didn't say just supporting the channel. That means a lot, bro. Um, yeah, I just think he's, you know, I don't really think that highly of Daniel Dubois. I'm gonna watch the fight. It's almost no doubt in my mind who's gonna win the fight, and I have a suspicion that he's gonna get stopped. But it may go the different distance. But I think it's just gonna be a one-sided fight for Alexander Usyk. Daniel Dubois can't get out of the way of a jab. Like literally just had a jab punch him in the face that entire time until his eye socket broke. So no, I don't really. I think Daniel Dubois is just. I think he's a domestic level UK fighter that they were trying to build up. They got exposed by another UK domestic level fighter. They got exposed in
Joe Joyce.
Slow Joe Joyce.
Yep. Zane
I think,
Zalek.
yeah, that's it. And I think I would rather see him just hurry up and do that. And if those guys are going to fight each other, if Usyk's going to fight Tyson Fury, get to that. We don't know what Anthony Joshua's going to do because Anthony Joshua it sounds like he may be getting shady with, or at least
Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn is trying to get shady with Flaky is what I'm looking for. Flaky with Deontay Wilder. So, it is what it is, man.
Well,
I want to see. Go ahead.
I would like to see Wilder get another fight in before Anthony Joshua anyway, because the man really only threw like one punch in like the last 3-4 years. Like at least get at least get a warm up in there or something. Another like shake off the cobwebs. You don't want to come in there flat because he getting up in age now. Your power's the last to go, but Ruiz priced himself out. I would like to see him fight somebody though. At least get in there with somebody because. You don't want to go in there. I know AJ ain't been looking the best, but heavyweight, only one punch, it determines the fight. It can change it. I mean, I ain't saying AJ got that one-shot stop power because, he got some decent power, but it ain't like Wilder's. But I would like to see Wilder, get in there and at least dust it up with somebody. I was hoping for the Ruiz fight, but guess we won't. But I'm gonna let you pause on that. I appreciate you, man, for giving me let me come up there. I gotta go take my medicine real quick. But thanks, bro.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Peace and blessings to you, man. Peace and blessings to everybody in the chat, man. And
yes, sir. Good to speak with you, Upper Echelon.
All right, peace, brother.
Peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna do one more call and then we'll call it a day. It's been fun. Been appreciating y'all. Appreciate y'all a ton for stopping by the channel today. Thank y'all for this. Thank you for the support, Sam. Loving it. We got a little bit of a dry time in boxing coming on. But yeah, we got that Daniel Dubois fight with him coming up. And that ain't a bad thing, man. That's gonna be a good thing, man. I'm looking forward to it. Gonna be a good call. Hey, my guy Zenith said, hey, thank you, Zenith. Much love, brother. Thank you for that huge support, bro. He said, according to Dan Rayfield, Haney was lying. He claimed the holdup was conflicted with the Fury fight. We knew that's not the case. Regis said it was never for October. Regis signed for November, and Haney never signed. They're stringing Regis along just like Gary Russell Jr. Look, man. They signed. He said that wasn't my date anyway. My date was in November. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to be friends with Devin Haney. Let's have a Devin Haney talk. Yeah, dog. Let's go, man. I'm going to do a Devin Haney video tomorrow. I believe Kerr. I'm going to do a Devin Haney video tomorrow, bro. What's going on, Rodriguez Jackson TV? How you feeling, man? What's up with you, man? Look, man. Dog, I don't know what's going on with Devin Haney, bro. I still think he about to negotiate this. You think he's going to sign back with Top Rank? Jerome Washington in the building. What's going on, Jerome?
What's up, brother, man? How you doing today?
Man, I can't complain about a thing. How are you?
I just was calling for the one last call. I want to ask, like, in the Haney Prograis fight, who would you be taking? I mean, not like kind of like Prograis, but who would you take? And I was gonna ask your thoughts on the Shakur Frank Martin. Like, even though I know it ain't signed, but if they do sign, when do you think they'll be fighting? Would it be this year?
let me see. Okay, first let's go back to the first part. Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. I may lean a little bit towards Devin Haney. I may lean a little bit towards him, but at the same time, and not enough to make a prediction in that fight because I don't know what it's going to be like when he gets to 140. Regis Prograis ain't no joke, and Regis Prograis, if he sits and tries to fight Regis Prograis like he fought Vasily Lomachenko, yeah, that may be tough. That may be tough on him, bro. It may be tough if he's getting caught because Regis Prograis can most definitely crack.
So he can punch. He's a good puncher.
Yeah, and he's very experienced. So look, man, to me, I don't really know who's going. Let me just say, man, I don't know who's going to win the fight. I'm not even going to put that out there because I don't know who to win that fight. I think Regis Prograis is a very, very good fighter, but I know that so was Devin Haney. What was the second part of it?
With the Stevenson, Frank Martin, I was like, I know it's not official yet, but do you think it would be this year if they were fighting, or would you think it'd be early next year or something?
I think it would be this year if they fight.
It would be this year
because we're in August, September, October, November, December. They're probably going to fight. They're going to probably. I would suspect it would be this year. If they, but the first things first,
they got to sign.
They got to actually order the fight because the fight's not going to happen if they don't order it. The first thing is the WBC's got to order the fight, so that's got to happen. If that happens, I think the fight would be this year. But it's on the WBC. The WBC would need to do that and need to do that, pretty quick in order to get that fight this year.
Okay,
but I think that they're going to, and also I think that the PBC and Showtime is going to be coming out pretty soon with a lot of the fights that they have for the second half of the year. But seeing as you have the Canelo fighting, Errol and Terence are probably going to fight, I would suspect, this year. Or there's at least, I wouldn't say that's at least a chance, but I think it could be this year, maybe early next year, but it could probably be this year because both those guys have fought relatively soon and they'd like to fight twice a year. So I'm sure Shakur wants to fight this year. He's only fought once.
Okay. Well, that's all I was calling to ask you, man. All right. Nice show, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, man, anytime, man. You take care, Jerome.
All right, man. You too.
Yeah, that's my take on it. But look, man, what's going on, Benson Hedges? How you feeling, man? What's up? I didn't know Merch is done was a full-fledged. I didn't know Merch is done was a full-fledged licensed troller in the chat. I've been watching you, man. You out here trolling up. You out here trolling up a storm, homie. You out here trolling up a storm. Where'd this go? Hold on a second. You out here trolling up a storm, partner. I don't mind it though. I've been laughing. Trust you me, I've been laughing. But look, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Much love. Oh, Terry recruited you. Oh, okay, fair. I knew that's what you're doing, Merch is dumb. Haney told a bold-faced lie, and people acting like he didn't. Use Fury as an excuse to stall. Rayfield said nothing was ever signed for November, not even a venue, just like a lot. Hey, dude, look, first of all, I don't know why it would be. He could be mistaken. Hey, what's going on? Thank you, brother. Hey, no joke. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Mr. Farr. Akilo Netter said, hey, keeping the channel going, brother. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you, sir. Greatly appreciate you, man. Greatly appreciate you. Hey, Fanan, did you hear about Tank's next fight being Allegiant Stadium? You think it's going to be Pitbull? Oh, if it's Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be Pitbull. If it's Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be Pitbull. Yeah. If he fights at Allegiant Stadium, it is definitely going to be Pitbull. Definitely. But look, man, I'm going to jump up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the super chat. Thank y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. So much appreciate you guys and your support in chopping up about this boxing. Haney was not mistaken about the date. He lied when Regis brought it up and had people accusing Regis of lying. You know, I know you're being nice, but I don't have to be. I'm just saying, because I don't. Hey, what's going on, Big Block in the building? Thank you, brother, for sponsoring it, man. He said, just showing some before you go. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Big time. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. A million times over, man. It's big time. All right, bro. Thank you for Big Block. Thanks, Big Block. I appreciate you. Look, man, let me answer that last little thing, though. I'm telling you, I don't know, because I really don't know. Maybe he was mistaken. Though I know that he wasn't mistaken when he said he thought he could. You know what it is. Come on, Zenith 360. I don't want to be a hater of all men, but we'll talk about that. We'll do that tomorrow for sure. We'll do that tomorrow for sure. But anyway, with that, I'm going to get up out of here. Deuces.